Finals are Monday night, and now you can trade on football legally in Florida on Kalshi. Right now, Miami is trading at 27% to beat Indiana. That means a $100 trade pays out $352 with the win. On Kalshi, you're trading against your peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the odds change, you can buy out of your position all game long. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app, use code IHEART to get $20 when you trade 100. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Listen, after the new year, after everybody was over at the house, for the holidays, the house always looks like a mess. That's when I call Zero Res, and they come and they make sure everything is right. They do it at my house and my mom's house. OrlandoZeroRes.com. That's OrlandoZeroRes.com. You can count on them to clean for you right, and you tell them Russ and the Monster sent you in January. They're going to give you 20% off all of your surface carpet cleaning, your rug cleaning, all of your upholsteries. No soap, no residue. It's OrlandoZeroRes.com. That's OrlandoZeroRes.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's a new year, and that means a new opportunity to get more for your trade. Listen, the value of your trade can differ by thousands depending upon where you go. At Greenway Kia, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete to buy your trade, and that competition could put up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value in your pocket. Start the year ahead at greenwaykias.com or visit one of our 3 metro area locations today. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced expires 2/5/26.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning.
Oh, yeah. New week alert. New week dropping. And maybe this will be a normal one. Maybe we'll have a normal week. Who knows?
Every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today.
407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
You made it through the holidays, but that constant sniffle might be more than just a cold. Trouble breathing, allergies, sinus infections? That's where Aspire Allergy and Sinus comes in. You're busy, and who has time for allergy testing and weekly shots? At Aspire, we make it easy with same-day results and a personalized treatment plan built just for you. Skip the meds that only mask symptoms. Aspire offers real solutions so you can breathe easier and feel better for good. Visit AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Before there was Daytona Speedway, the Legends of Racing tore down the beach right here at the North Turn and Ponce Inlet.
And today, that legacy roars on at Racing's North Turn, voted best beach bar on the coast.
Grab a drink, dig into fresh local seafood and hand-cut steaks, and soak in those killer Atlantic views.
Don't miss race week at Racing's North Turn. Catch the famous Legends Parade with Grand Marshals Ernie Irvin and Jeff Bodine, plus appearances by Michael Waltrip and everyone's favorite moonshiners, Mark and Digger.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, January 19th, 2026. Lots to get to today, from Minnesota gone wild to a crowd storms a concert in Miami causing chaos. It's snow hits the ground in the Florida Panhandle again, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good. Pretty damn good. How are you?
Yeah, hanging in there. Almost better. I'm still a little off, a little sideways, but
the giant change in weather might not help.
It's more just the head cold not going away. Courtney now very sick, you know.
Oh, poor Court.
She's coming out on the other side a little bit too. She's probably okay now, but it's just it's been a tough January so far. I don't want to bitch because at least I'm not outside right now, and it is quite cold in most of the United States of America. Yes, indeed. It is quite cold all over the place. In fact, we'll get to that in just a bit. But right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse to see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the world of sports, baby.
Yeah, I was hoping so.
Right.
But which sport?
All
Basketball.
Okay.
That's right, yeah. We know you love sports. We deliver it to you by the second, from the fields to the diamonds, to the pitches, and all points in between. All things sports here taken very seriously, as you can imagine. And I did like this. One of the players from the Los Angeles Lakers, Drew Timme, T-I-M-M-E. Yeah, it seems like it would be like that from South Park. Drew Timme. He was doing a press conference, and one of the reporters called out his shirt. And I think he had forgotten that he was wearing the shirt at the moment, which I feel you, Drew T. I feel you. I've done this before. I've gone around my neighborhood, and I've been wearing a shirt that I go, that was a stream shirt, not a walk around the neighborhood shirt.
Did the same thing walking Carl. I had a Cocaine Bear shirt on.
Yep.
And it looks cool, but it says cocaine very clearly.
Which one did you do, Sean? Was it the MILF Man I Love Frogs?
I've done that one on accident, too.
Say perhaps to drugs?
Both. I have done both. Wander around the neighborhood, and then you get a couple of sideways looks, and you go, what? What's your problem, man?
Chill out.
Oh, shoot. I wore the shirt. What am I doing?
The shirt that I used to wear that I would surprisingly get, like, positive interactions from, that I would forget that I was wearing it at Publix, and it kind of was Publix related, but had, the company had nothing to do with the shirt, was the sex, drugs, and pub subs.
Yeah.
And, like, I would be getting my groceries and forget that I had it on, and then every once in a while they'd be like, that's kind of funny. I don't know if I'm supposed to say.
Do those other two as soon as we're done paying.
Yeah.
This one is different. This guy's shirt is called out by the reporter. Let's listen in.
You're sitting up here at a podium at a Laker game wearing a T-shirt that says sexual Tyrannosaurus.
I'm not big into fashion.
I disagree. It looks like
you're a Predator movie reference on the helicopter. This is my fashion. I like just some teas, I guess. My bad. No,
Yeah, that's you know what? That's my boilerplate response now. This is my fashion. This is what I like. This is what I got for you over here. He said your shirt says sexual Tyrannosaurus on it.
It's very yellow, though. How do you not expect anyone to read it after their eyes are immediately drawn to how yellow that shirt is?
See, I'm so blind to all things sports that I literally just thought it was a Lakers shirt.
Right, because it's a similar hue to the Los Angeles Lakers logo that's behind him. So I kind of assumed it was a Lakers shirt before. They got all the graphics on the screen and the mic is covering him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's just wearing a Lakers shirt. No problem here. The guy's like, you're sitting up here at a press conference wearing a shirt that says sexual Tyrannosaurus.
You're at a podium at a Laker game wearing a T-shirt that says sexual Tyrannosaurus.
He's
I'm not big into fashion.
No, same, brother. Not big into fashion over here either. They don't allow me into the fashion world. It's it's better off that way. I've found over the years that keep it simple, stupid with what I wear is the best bet, because every time I personally veer outside of the lines, I made a decision one day, folks, and I decided to wear a red pair of jeans.
Red.
I didn't hear about it for a very long time. I didn't hear about it, but then one time I wore it to an event where a bunch of listeners were there, and they were following me around, and they were taking photographs of me in the red jeans to make fun of me for wearing the red jeans. Anytime I get a little out of bounds, I get heat for it. People don't like it. I don't know what I'm doing.
You're wearing red jeans. Those pop out. It's an accent piece.
I don't wear them anymore. No.
If I can relate at all, and I have yet to wear these out in public, but I had found in Ireland, after good buzz, some like Billie Eilish jeans, like
mom jeans.
No, giant. They're just like
those
as
are going
big
out
as
now,
they
aren't they?
get. Good to know, because every time I put them on here in Florida, I say no. Everyone is going to make a comment about these. My personality does not match it. You'll see deer in headlights on my face, despite how cool and young these jeans are.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say this because it's going to sound so creepy. There's no way for me to say this statement without sounding creepy.
Okay.
But I have noticed that like the hip hugger low jeans are coming back, and I've even seen a lot of younger girls with belly button piercings again.
Don't do that. Listen to your elders.
This is not because I'm like, on the lookout, trying to spot these or anything. But I have seen it. I've noticed it out there in the real world. And so, maybe there's a trend happening, a change.
Until they turn 30 and realize that the higher jeans tuck in everything else.
Yeah.
Hip huggers become Fupa City.
What do you got today? Is that leather? Is that jacket? Is it a jacket you're wearing?
It's a really good fake leather because it's very cold outside.
Yeah. She's got the leather jacket going on because it's cold outside. It's cold everywhere, no matter where you're listening today. C-Lane still doesn't change his outfit, even when it's cold. It's like the weirdest protest of all time.
I have a jacket with me. It's just not on because I'm not here. It's right here. My hoodie from the radio station.
I was just going to say, the only thing I've ever seen you in when it gets cold is a radio station hoodie. That's it. I don't know if I've ever seen you in
that's a great hoodie, though. It's warm
This
AF.
is a good inside hoodie. I have my other jacket in the car that's a little more like lumberjacky, but I don't need it.
As they say. Yeah.
Good lumberjackies.
I'll tell you, I almost made a decision today that would have been worse than the red pants. I'm not kidding you. I went to
Taking the hat off?
No, I can take the hat off. That's fine. But I went to grab a shirt, and I go, here's a long sleeve shirt. And it was recently Jack Bradshaw, program director extraordinaire. He gave out a bunch of these Real Radio long sleeve shirts.
Like the
and I was
baseball
gonna put it on. But it's not very long. It doesn't. It doesn't go.
It's baseball, baby.
I thought it was going to go down to my elbows, and I kind of put it on. I felt like Fat Man in a little coat. Like I felt like it was, not fitting me right. So,
but then you get a bat in your hand, Sean, and that's a home run or
I
close
would get
to.
arrested. I would get arrested on site.
Yes.
And so this man can't do
just
fashion or sports.
They would assume that you with a baseball bat was nothing sports related. You clearly have this to use as a weapon.
Right. Yeah. This guy's up to no good. Well, it happened again, folks. Snow in the state of Florida. Oh my God. Clutch your pearls. Look to the skies. There it goes. We got flurries by palm trees in the Panhandle. of Florida. It is happening. And I have to tell you, I don't know what's wrong with her, but something's wrong with Courtney because I turned off purposely the fan in the bedroom, and she said, I don't like it when the fan's off. And even though it's 40 degrees outside.
No, you keep the fan on.
She turns the fan back on.
You need air circulating. Did you switch to make sure it's going the right way for wintertime?
Oh, it's going the right way for being freezing cold, whatever that way.
You got to reverse it.
I felt like when I woke up this morning, I felt like in Dumb and Dumber when he has the frozen mustache and the ice is just frozen to his face and the snot is down. That's how I woke up.
Snotzicle.
I had a snotzicle, I think, this morning on arrival. But here's more. Snow pouring down, they say. This is Florida, everybody. This isn't our friends in New York. They're used to this. We don't get this in the Sunshine State. We're now all cold. Every single one of us is cold on a day like this.
Those are big chunks of snow.
I know. Yeah. And there was somebody who, I think this one here is, look, Florida 2026. Somebody had a little dusting of snow on the hood of their SUV, folks. They have a dusting of snow, and they wrote Florida 2026, and they put little handprints. And what we do when we do things like this, just so you guys know, is we make ourselves look stupid to the rest of the world where it snows all the time. Mm-hmm. They wonder what the hell's going on. It is like, I mean, the only equivalent would be like when we see New York struggling with a weeny little storm that's not even a hurricane. And we go, oh, God, you guys got flooded out in the streets for that little thing? Oh, boy. That's what they think of us. They see this and they go, you're drawing smiley faces in the snow because you guys are all stupid.
We had a freeze warning the other day. Did any of the three of us cover any plants? I didn't cover any plants.
I brought them inside.
No, survival. I'm a survival of the fittest guy. So if the plants can't cut it out there, then they deserve to die. They don't deserve to make it.
My neighbor has like this one new tree he just planted that he's super proud of. It's like his pride and joy. He's got 2 kids, but you know, the tree, you know, everybody look at the tree. And I get up,
like, this is the thing that's made me proudest in my whole life.
I get up and go to work the other day and I drive by his house and the only thing that's covered is the tree. And I was like, all the other plants be damned.
His kids are outside.
His kids are in tank tops. Yeah.
Want to make sure that the tree is warm, you know, because God forbid this weather bring any harm to my beloved tree.
Just so you know how silly we look when it snows in Florida, this is Russia currently. Okay, this is the kind of stuff they can do in Russia. Some guy in his apartment. All right, he busts out onto the balcony area of his apartment, and he jumps out of the window of the apartment.
Okay,
there's
that's
so
not
much
real.
snow.
That's not real.
Yes.
Ain't no way.
Yes, there's so much snow, you don't die, okay? That's how snowy it is.
That was risky. Even jumping into a pool.
He's like 4 floors up, folks, and he jumps into the snow, and there's so much snow, they don't die. You stay alive when you jump out of a window of an apartment building. It's an expedited way to get downstairs.
Can't the snow like really pack in though and be pretty hard?
Good. This guy was risking the biscuit for it. He just hauled off and backflipped it into the snowbank.
I never saw him again.
Yep. He's probably still down there underneath all of that. But here we are, folks. Everybody bundled up and ready to go. And that's why for Rate My Blank on a Monday, I want to see your Florida winter gear. All right? Send us a photograph. Send it as a photo dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll crown a winner today. Who's got the best Florida winter gear out there? Who's rocking it? We want to see it today. So give us a shot of what you look like in your winter getup, trying to brave the cold as the rest of the country laughs at us. We'll rate a winner today and give you something great as a prize. Okay, we have so many things to get to today. When we come back, we got to talk about the box office over the weekend. We have to talk about what's going on in Minnesota. Boy, am I glad it's cold in Minnesota. If it was like 80 degrees in Minnesota, I can only imagine what would be happening on the streets. There's people in roving gangs wandering around. They're assessing everyone to see if they're a part of ICE. Like every rando person on the streets. There was a guy who got beat up because he had a camo shirt on. And the video I saw, they beat the hell out of this guy.
How'd they
and then
see
one of
him?
them goes, They said, he's one of us. And they stopped beating him, and they pulled him up by his feet, and they dusted him off, and they're like, we're sorry. They're roving around looking for anybody who disagrees with them in Minnesota. And I can only imagine what it would look like if it was like 80 degrees outside. It would be
chaos.
Absolute fire and brimstone on the streets. But we'll go look at some of these viral clips that have been making the rounds there. Want to talk about Stranger Things on SNL causing some controversy. Oh boy, are we loaded up for a Monday. And all of that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
I have a dream, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream.
Real Radio 104.1.
There's not a whole lot of trouble on the major roadways that'll be affecting your commute this morning, although you're still going to get caught up in some familiar delays on I-4 between Dr. Phillips and through Celebration. Getting through that World Drive area, there's slowdowns. I-4 westbound past Lake Mary Boulevard, there's an accident off to the shoulder getting cleared up. That's causing some delays as well. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Sounds kind of like the starting bell to Grandma's house. Or maybe snowbirding. Just remember to stop by before you go. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Oil changes.
Hello! Welcome Monday, everybody. Voice is about 85% here. Creamy's about 85% here. And you're 100% with me, I hope. What percentage are you with me on this Monday morning, chat? What percentage are you with me? Are you 100% with me? Are you 10% with me? You're 19% with me? You sound much better for sure. It's not all the way there. The crazy thing is now I can finally tune in my mic the rest of the way because I couldn't tell what was my head and what was what was like a head cold and what was like bad mic sounds. 67% there. Still doing that, huh? 45%. Booty sweat, I feel for you, man. It's a tough one. It's cold. 70%, it's Monday, be for real. 100%, buddy. All right. Good to have you on board. We're going to do what we always do in the world's most viral newsroom. We're going to go through everything happening on planet Earth. We'll ease you into it. We will get to the dramatic stuff. Like I said, on the streets of Minnesota, these people going around and like, are you ICE? In some cases, they're like demanding for them to say F ICE. Like, I need you to pledge allegiance against ICE. Otherwise, we're going to attack you in the streets. How can we be sure this isn't another ICE SUV? They're seeing ICE everywhere. It's wild. You look like you feel better. I do. Not all the way, but I do. 69% with you. 110% with you. Hold on.
800-218-8877. 800-218-8877. That's 800-218-8877.
This is the sound of Lucy, staying on top of her spending. You see, even though she's buying a new pair of jeans, she knows that it fits within her monthly budget. Because Wells Fargo will send an alert if her balance drops below her set amount.
Okay.
Nothing gets past Lucy.
We got about 3 minutes and we're back live on the show. Want to talk about a couple of things. We'll talk about some SNL controversies that are really stupid. We'll talk about a big problem in America that needs to end. I thought we were getting better at this, but I don't think we are anymore, unfortunately. The big problem is that we keep giving the microphone to the hecklers. All right? We keep giving the mic to the hecklers, and we have to stop this. We gotta stop this. The kids from Stranger Things are on SNL, and these these losers, these absolute losers online. Well, this joke is offensive and this one is sexist, and get a life. Done with these people. People who create nothing, who make nothing, who do nothing, who contribute nothing, who whine. I don't want to throw them in jail, but I want to throw them somewhere. Maybe a pit. Maybe a pit.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries giveaway.
A license to hold a microphone? Maybe.
Receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZzzQuil Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZzzQuil Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies.
2 minutes and we're back.
Botanical plant to help Mike get the sleep.
71% with you, with a chance to get to 85 depending on the show quality. All right. 72, here we come, baby. 72%, here we come, and that's about where we're going to top out. 100% Sean. Fascism must be opposed, says Dan, by fascism, of course. And we will define what is fascism when we oppose the fascism with more fascism. The authoritarian response to the authoritarian response will be more authoritarian than the authoritarian response. We're doing great. 1 minute, folks. We're coming back. And I want to tell you something. I hope you didn't believe the haters who were talking about the Stranger Things documentary, because I watched that yesterday and I have some thoughts. I want to talk about that real quick before we get into the good stuff. We also got Amy K coming up, okay? We got Amy K on the way. What else do I have to say? Let's do it, folks.
Small business success stories from iHeartMedia's Ruby.
The keyword is bank. B-A-N-K, bank.
Janice Torres.
And I'm Austin Hankwitz.
And we're back for Season 4 of Mind the Business Small Business Success Stories from iHeartMedia's Ruby Studio and Intuit QuickBooks.
The big thing about working in tech is that it's ever evolving, ever changing. Everyone's a rookie. That's how fast the industry is changing. So what I'm really excited about is to be part of that change. Listen to Mind the Business Small Business Success Stories on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mind the Business and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This
You're in good company. It's better than the same 3 songs over and over and over again. Hang out with the 3 best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day, and learn more about this show at thenewsjunkie.com. I got to tell you, one of the modern problems that annoys me so much is that especially media outlets give the microphone to hecklers so much more than they should. And I wish this would end. I wish this would end immediately. We do this with everything. We let all the haters speak. We give the haters weight over everybody else. And one of the things that was real clear to me was that that's what happened with the Stranger Things finale and with the Stranger Things documentary. And Courtney and I this weekend were like, let's watch the Stranger Things documentary. It's called One Last Adventure, if you guys haven't seen it. And C-Lane, even you would love it.
Okay.
You haven't even really been watching Stranger Things that much. Like, you're not caught up or nothing.
No.
But
and somebody spoiled the ending for me.
I've heard that going around. But the amount of behind the scenes footage in the documentary about Stranger Things.
Was the
is so
documentary
cool.
about the last season, or was it about the entirety of the show?
Both.
Okay.
It's mostly about the last season, but it goes a little further into, you know, the totality of the show and these actors and it's so insanely interesting to me to watch these actors go from little kids at 12 years old to adults at 22 through the span of filming a show together, and to watch them go through the gamut of emotions, just every emotion you could think of. I swear to God, I don't think I've watched anything like this in a long time, where I was like fired up. I wanted to make stuff. I wanted to create things. I was like, this is really, really cool. And I truly enjoyed it. If you've seen haters talking about this and complaining about it like they complain about everything else, they complain about the final season, they complain about the finale, they complain about everything, because their only way to get oxygen in the world.
Has there been a finale of anything, like anything that was very successful? Has there been a finale that everybody went, oh, that was perfect, we loved it, it's over, goodbye?
Probably not, but people complain about some more than others, and it seems like the big ones like Game of Thrones and Stranger Things, I feel sometimes like the only person who's watching going, well, you know, I had fun.
It was a good end. Sure.
I enjoyed myself. I watched this whole series was like an interesting romp through the 80s. And it's like, are we happy? Are we all so freaking miserable?
No.
That this is how we have to look at the world, for God's sake?
I think that there's something else to it. I think that it is having enjoyment when watching that show. I had a lovely time with What We Do in the Shadows. And even though their finale was wonderful, I was very sad it was over. And so some people just get very loud about how sad they are and turn it into anger, and you did it wrong, and this is all for nothing, and there's a secret episode. You know what I'm saying?
Upset it's over is fine. I'm upset it's over is like a totally acceptable response in life. It's fine. But like, just these people who criticize everybody who creates things, when they create nothing, they add nothing to this world. These people bring us nothing. If they got zapped out immediately, we wouldn't miss them. They would be gone and the world would be a better place. It's like internet Karens who just complain about everything. And I let it get to my head a little bit. And I said, no, they said it sucked. They got focused on the browser tabs on one of the creators, the Duffer Brothers, one of the Duffer Brothers guys. He had Chat GPT or Reddit up in a tab. And you start to believe the internet is Reddit. The internet is not Reddit. Reddit is a bunch of losers, okay? These people are miserable malcontents online. And if you watch things that people create, you'll find, I think, that they're pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I loved, Celine, you'll love a lot of the, like, camera and audio and technology information that they have in there from that perspective.
Right. I'm down.
I loved watching this crew, again, that started as 12-year-old kids in this phenomenon of a television show. I loved watching them as they read through the final script for the first time. They had cameras on all of them. I loved watching as they thought, like, as they're reading the script, they thought like some characters were dying off, and then, you know, maybe then they weren't, and then they were reacting to everything.
Cute. And a couple of them start crying at certain points. See, like, you'll find out.
Oh yeah.
It is so. It was great. I truly enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really a good time.
They did a similar thing for the last season. I think they like followed around all the main guys for Schitt's Creek and like that. Seeing the table read where they had to put out extra Kleenexes and stuff because everybody was getting super emotional. And then
you had a moment where the entire cast was doing a final tour where you got to be in person and hear the stories and the jokes and the things that didn't make the cut, and COVID happened.
Right, yeah.
I bought tickets, great seats too, and they're like, it's canceled, obviously COVID, and we're not even going to bring it back up in years from now.
You know what blackpilled me on this so much? Like, it just was the thing that kicked me over the edge on that. There's like 10% of our population that is whiny, annoying Karens that complain about everything and create nothing. We need to ignore them and stop giving them voice in like articles and blogs and stuff or whatever, right? But the thing that blackpilled me was, it wasn't even that long ago, like maybe 6 or 8 months ago, I was on YouTube and I had just seen a related video or like recommended video on YouTube for The Office bloopers. and I clicked it and I watched, and it was like 10 minutes of bloopers from The Office, and like it was funny, right? It's obviously funny. Bloopers are funny.
Yes.
The Office bloopers were so funny, and a lot of it was Michael Scott's character doing like, outtakes and stuff. And then I scrolled down, and one of the top comments was somebody going, "This one wasn't even funny." And I'm like, you miserable, lobotomized robots. You absolute losers.
That's all they do
Enjoy life.
all day. I would love to click on that username and see all the other miserable crap that they spend 12 hours a day commenting.
It's all the same.
It has to be.
And it's like whenever I look at something, I immediately strip out the good and the bad, and then I take the regular people, and that's what I care about. Like, for instance, if you look at a movie, you'll see all the 5-star people, just completely ignore them. And all the 1-star people, completely ignore them. The people in the middle of those are generally the normal people. They're the regular people. That's what I like. And I'm telling you, if you have any interest at all in like movie making or behind the scenes content, it's called One Last Adventure. And it's the Stranger Things documentary on Netflix. And if you have Netflix, it's just right there. So get it and watch it. And it was fun. It was interesting and it was fun.
What's the what's the take back from this? The takeaway from this? Are you making something new now? You said it was inspiring. You want to create?
I always want to create. I love to create. I want to create big things. I was fired up afterwards, and I was like, maybe I'm going to make my own Stranger Things. And then I realized, boy, it cost him $500 million.
I call playing 11.
I think I need to lower my expectations.
New on Netflix, a Sean Watson production, Even Stranger Things.
Hey, how are you? Welcome.
What in the hell did I get myself into?
I can guarantee you it is not going to be the level of budget that show was at. Because also watching the documentary about Stranger Things, you realize, oh, okay, I kind of get why this was so expensive. And then I thought, some of this kind of sucks. There were these women, and
God, say less.
And it wasn't just that they were women that sucked. It was more than that, believe it or not. There was these women, and they were part of the sculpting team. And what they had done was they made this massive, like, mountainous landscape. When I say massive, you guys, I mean, like, it filled the interior of, like, a high school gymnasium. That's how big this huge thing of mountains that they carved out of styrofoam was. And they heat up these little metal strings, and they cut away at the styrofoam and shape it into these rock-like formations. And they're 40 feet tall, right? And they worked on this for 4 months straight, every single day. And they show up to the scene, and there's this massive warehouse, and they go bring them in, and they're like, drop in number 1, drop in number 98, drop in number 243. And they put in these huge chunks, like a giant puzzle piece, and they assemble this massive, massive thing that looks like caves and stuff, right? And when it's all finished and done, they go, thank you, see you later, and they leave. They don't see what it's like when it's finished. They don't see the actors reacting to it or getting in front of it. They worked on it for 4 months every day, and they drop it off and they go, see you later, get out of here, we're done with you. And then somebody else paints it, and then somebody else puts more effects on it. It's holy cow. It's such a thing.
Fascinating, I'll tell you that.
It literally takes a village of insanely talented people. You cannot do a movie or a television show like this on your own. You have to be able to work with a large amount of people and figure out how to jive with them in creative ways. And I think that is, I found it very interesting. So I suggest you check it out. We'll get into some of their drama when their SNL appearance went south for the same losers that were complaining about this other stuff in a moment here on the show. But let's look at the box office this weekend. Did you go to the movies for Martin Luther King Day weekend? Some of you not even working today. Unbelievable. Number 1, still out there, still taking your boomer dollars. Avatar Fire and Ash with another $17 million. $367 million in week 5. 28 years later, The Bone Temple flops a bit with a 4-day take of just $15 million.
Had no idea that was out.
Yeah, that one's 28 years later. The Bone Temple was the Sony Pictures release in the 28 years later series, obviously.
They just released 28 years later after many years last year. I didn't know there was a part 2.
Yeah, that one did not do as well as they wanted. Zootopia 2 in at number 3. Families going out to watch something.
Did you hear about that?
The Housemaid in at number 4, and The Housemaid is proof that 2 things are true. 1, women love books turned into movies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like the simplest recipe on planet Earth, folks. And number 2, nobody really cared about the Sydney Sweeney Jeans ad.
No.
Those 2 things couldn't be more true. It's like women love these movies based on books. The Housemaid has now made $108 million in 5 weeks. And then the movie that really has way overperformed, it's now the highest grossing movie from A24 and at number 5, Marty Supreme, which I think I got to see.
I do want to see that as well.
It
I also
looks
saw
interesting.
headline Zootopia 2 is now the highest grossing animated film of all time. It beat out In and Out 2.
I think the story I saw, said it was the second highest grossing animated film, but they might be talking about Niza 2? Oh, God. Look up, I don't even know how to spell this.
Head shoulders?
Nehezha 2.
I remember. That was a big hit last year.
Niza 2. That's the most successful animated film of all time, I think, the Chinese one, which I watched, and it's brilliant. It's really, really cool, all the animation work that they put into it. But yeah, that was Zootopia has been an immense success. Very, very big for that franchise. And a big comeback for all of the Pixar people that had. Well, is that Pixar? Is Zootopia Disney? Maybe it's Disney.
I think so. I'm just getting all these damn ads right now.
Yeah,
it's
it
Disney,
says...
but it is saying that it has now surpassed the highest grossing animated film of all time, $1.7 billion.
Yeah, but that must be domestically because Niza 2, the one that I was talking about, made more than that. It's in the 2 billion something.
Oh, okay, Hollywood
region.
Yep.
Yeah, and they might be talking about just like in our world because nobody else knows what that other movie is.
No,
but Inside Out was a huge barrier to break, and both of them will, I think, likely be broken by Toy Story 5. When that comes out in, I think a handful of months or something.
I can't believe there's a Toy Story 5.
Yeah.
It seems ridiculous.
They're doing it.
We watched last night, we didn't do any box office, any movie trips, but we watched something that bombed, like flopped hard at the box office.
What's
and it was the new Running Man with Glenn Powell.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
It was not terrible. You know, like after it was over, we were like, that didn't suck. I mean, it's not going to win any awards. It wasn't like really, really good, but I don't know that it deserved. I think it just was up against some other things at the box office that was kind of unfair to it. But it was a fun watch.
Dumbest take in the world from me. The reason I have no interest in that movie is because I think the name is stupid.
Running Man?
I don't know why, but I'm like, the Running Man, nothing that this could be about is going to be of interest to me. It's like,
well, you know, it's the
80s, right?
Yeah, well, it was a Stephen King novel, and then they did a movie.
Like Stephen King.
They did a movie in the 80s with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then they just rebooted it with Glenn Powell.
Yeah, I do like Stephen King. I like a lot of the stuff that he writes. I don't agree with him on anything except for his writing, but I do like Stephen King, so I probably would like it. I mean, I need to push myself to watch him. We'll see. All right, when we come back, we've got, eventually we'll get into the craziness happening in Minnesota here on the streets. It's been a wild one. I want to take you on that ride. We are we confirmed with Amy Caulfield?
Yes.
She's in today?
Yep.
Okay, good. We'll hang out with our friend Amy Caulfield. We already got some of your emails coming in. There was big drama last night we got to talk about. All that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Mc...
Hello.
Hey, Central Florida.
Is it me you're looking for? Welcome in, everybody.
After another cold start to our day, we're going to be expecting those chilly temperatures to stick around through much of the
Hello,
afternoon.
Kevin.
Temperatures will only climb and make it to a high of about 50.
Hello, everybody over on YouTube.
Which is still well below our average.
Hey to everybody over on Twitch.
It will be nice and dry.
Good to have you on board.
Sunshine. Temperatures
Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can hang out with us every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every weekday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being a gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless.
Hello, Shannon.
Real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G.
Hello, Tam Jam.
Straight Talk.
Feral Kitten Fun with Fire. Hello. Why do you hate when people have opinions about media? Oh, I think you're misunderstanding. I don't hate when people have opinions about media. I hate when people have retarded opinions about media. I hate when people complain about everything. I hate when people have opinions that are hating on something when they have never created anything ever in their entire life. I hate when people just do it to have a personality. Their personality is just they hate everything. Because I have a framework that I think is better. And my framework is you should try to enjoy your life every day. You should try. You should be happy that every meal would be the best meal possibly. Every movie would be the best movie you've ever watched. There's so much potential out there for you to enjoy yourself. And these miserable warts are the ones that I'm talking about. And you know that. You're being silly. You know that. Usually when people get sick, they lose weight. I have not gained or lost weight. And I'll tell you why. Courtney is a monster. That's why. She went to Publix, shocker, and she bought another little thing of the like Halloween-sized candies. And at night, I can't stay away. I have to literally lock the cookie jar. It's been a nightmare. I got to work on it. But I'm ready now for my looks maxing arc. And in the next 18 months, I'm going to go from this to like at least 2 points higher on the attractive scale. I'll be fit. I'll be thin. I'm going to work everything in I can. I'm going to get as healthy as I can. I'm going to be banging. 2 minutes. Dan says, Sean, thank you for broadcasting on a holiday for us. Dan, they make us. They make us. They give us a bonus day, but they make us.
I'm Orlando injury attorney Go to Win. When you've been seriously injured, it's not just about the money. It's about justice. I recently had a client who
90 seconds, and we're coming back.
by the insurance company and left to suffer. But we didn't let that happen. We fought and recovered $1 million.
I don't like when people think differently than me. Like, you can't be this retarded, okay? You seem to be. You do seem to be this retarded. But I can't explain it more clearly than I already have. So, unless you're like 11 years old or something, we've hit a roadblock, right? It's like the one kid in the calculus class where you look over at him and you go, oh shit, you're just not going to get it, are you? Like, you're like 70 IQ, you're not going to be able to operate on this simplistic level here. But have a great day. Have a great day, friend.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best.
Here we go.
Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Watching football this weekend? Get the Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut for just $10. It's our biggest pizza for the biggest games. Giant foldable slices, huge flavor. So order now at pizzahut.com or in the app. Ask for limited time offer. Prices, participation, and availability may vary. Additional charge for extra toppings, max 3 and extra cheese. Taxes, tip, and delivery fee not included.
game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Question mark. I got to tell you, I watched a bunch of football this weekend, which is very unusual for me. I watched I shouldn't say a bunch because I'm not a sports guy. I don't know what's going on usually. But whenever I see it's getting close to the Super Bowl, I like the viral stuff around the Super Bowl, not the sports stuff. That's what you're going to hear me talking about, including right now. But I was kind of tuned in a little bit and watching what was going on. And now you got the Broncos and Patriots are going to play, and the Seahawks and Rams are going to play, and the winner of those games is going to play in the Super Bowl. So that's all that's left is just 4 teams, and yet we got another controversy on our hands.
Which one? Because that Broncos-Bills one is huge online right now.
Is that the one where they said it wasn't really a complete pass or something?
Yes.
How convenient, huh?
Here's my take on that, Seelan. I have no idea if it was a complete pass or not. I don't know anything about. I'm sure the refs are good. What I don't know. I don't know. But I saw this morning, and they're like, "Oh, more controversy for the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl performances." And I go, "Okay." Well, the first one is a trap. The first one is they pick somebody like Bad Bunny who doesn't speak English in his performances mostly. And then if you complain about it, they're like, what are you so mad about? And if you're like, I'm not going to watch it, they're like, wow, this guy doesn't want to watch the Spanish guy. It's like, is there any right response to this? And Bad Bunny was the first part of this. And I'm sure many, many people will watch Mr. Bunny and watch him do his thing. But now there's a second layer to it. And it says, the NFL is risking fury again with a controversial choice of Super Bowl performer after the Bad Bunny rage. And so when I saw this, I was like, what? This must mean that this is somebody who's going to like be a guest star, because usually they have like other performers that perform with them on the field. This
like
is a big
take
show.
me out to the ball game, folks, or is this going to be with Bad Bunny?
No, this is not. And that's why, Sabrina, I was like, wait, hold on. Is this just me being a sports dummy? Or is this like a new thing that they're pretending has been around for a while? Because the story says a band has been chosen to perform the opening ceremony at the Super Bowl.
That's the thing. It is.
I was like, opening ceremony? I thought it sounds like the Olympics to me. I've never heard anybody say who's playing the opening ceremony at the Super Bowl.
Is the opening ceremony on Super Bowl Sunday, or is this like the kickoff to this week-long? Usually the whole week of the Super Bowl, there's different stuff going on with the NFL.
But day of as well. And last year's opener, and we talked about this clip, was Gwen Stefani. Okay. And when they did the wide shot, 'cause it's a separate stage outside of the stadium, no one knew the old No Doubt music.
Oh,
and it was a weird bounce around. It was just some dudes like in their jerseys sipping on beer.
Oh, do they put it on television?
Yeah, but I don't know if you have to watch on a streaming service or not.
I thought it was all like pregame, and then they had like national anthem and all the other things that they have, and then you had the Super Bowl halftime performer. I don't recall watching anything that they were saying was an opening ceremony, but it's supposed to be February 8th in Santa Clara, California, and Green Day is the band that is going to be chosen to perform as well. And people are like, oh, another controversial choice.
He's going to say something about Trump and America.
And I'm like, I don't find Green Day to be as controversial like that. I don't find either one of them to be controversial. I just find them to be like weird in particular ways. But Green Day, it seems like if Green Day was playing the halftime show, I don't even know that there would be as many people who were like, oh, this doesn't seem like it's for me.
Yeah.
Green Day is like one of the biggest rock bands of the last 50 years probably, right? Like,
yeah, I can't see Green Day doing the halftime show just because I don't think they're the type that would pantomime. I don't think they would fake play their instruments and do that whole thing. Red Hot Chili Peppers were a guest spot on the halftime show once, and they purposely didn't even fake plug in their instruments, just kind of to, as a middle finger to the idea that they would try and fake something like that.
Right.
But I don't see Green Day doing it. Now, is Green Day controversial? Is Green Day not controversial? I feel like every time they play a major event and they change up the lyrics to something that they've been doing for a long time, there's somebody complaining about it being anti-American or anti-this or that.
The funny thing was they said, well, this song, they changed it to don't want to be a part of the MAGA agenda.
Yes,
this is an
that's
anti-American song. It's like, guys, this song is called American Idiot.
Yes.
Did you miss it? Did it swerve by you the first time it came around and you didn't realize what it was about?
Every time this comes up, I go, did you just completely block out of your head the line before it originally says F word for gays, America?
Rage Against the Machine. Every time that they play, there's like, oh my God, this music I was bopping my head to on the radio in the 2000s actually is not cool with me. But here's the thing with Green Day and Billy Joe
Armstrong
is, despite all the controversy, he's still it's never been canceled.
No,
still is at the biggest award show that's televised or music festival, and he could say the F, and didn't he expose himself?
He got naked at the iHeartRadio Music Festival when I was in Vegas.
Back.
And he checked into rehab after that one.
Was that the year that he bitched about getting the light, or something? They were like the Wrap It Up light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they told him to wrap it up. He's like, we're Green Day. But I mean, come on. There's some level of this where you just have to understand there aren't a lot of rock bands that are what you would call right wing. That's just not, it's music. Music is part of the arts. The arts is infested with left wing people, and on the stage and in movies and in TV shows, it's going to be dominated by that stuff. So when Green Day has songs about this, I think that song's kind of stupid, but I also still like When I Come Around. And I think that Dookie was a great album.
Hell yeah.
Paper Lanterns is great. And I think some of the old school
Nimrod
stuff
is great. I love Nimrod.
I think some of the stuff that they did was pretty darn cool. And I went to a couple of shows of theirs and I dig them. But much like everything else in my life, I don't have to agree with everything that the person in the band is saying. Sometimes if they get on a tangent, I'll go, okay, can we get back to the musical?
People paid $700.
Yeah, can we do this? Or I think there was a thing this weekend where they brought out that politician Jasmine Crockett on stage at a rap show, and she just full on tirade about politics. Some of that stuff, I'd be like, okay, all right, okay. But I don't think Green Day playing before the Super Bowl is controversial. Maybe you do. Let me know. Let me know why I should be upset by this, but I'm just not. I think it's Green Day being Green Day. I don't expect Green Day to come out with MAGA hats on. It's just, I guess I have certain expectations from certain things. Now, if Green Day did something and I thought it was stupid, and I do think they're cringe, self-hating Americans, which I find to be incredibly lame, personally. But who cares? I'll also rock out to, what is it, Basket Case?
Yes.
That's not
Basket Case, no.
What one's that? What's that?
That is...
Longview? Is that
Yes.
Longview? That is great. I love it. Love it. I even like the bonus track about
all by
playing with yourself.
myself. Yeah.
All of them. All right.
I was alone.
Tell me why I'm right. Tell me why I'm wrong. Hit us up with a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Booty, I'm sorry, over on Twitch says American Idiot was Bush administration stuff. People should have been used to this by now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why anybody would be super surprised by this kind of stuff. I don't get that necessarily. But we'll see. We'll see how it all goes, man. I don't know. It's all going to be exciting and interesting, and we'll keep an eye on it as per usual. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Gabe emails the show talking about the Verizon outage last week. He says, here's my perspective. I'm a truck driver, and honestly, the most I get out of my phone is entertainment. I make maybe 2 to 3 calls a day. I lost my phone service crossing the Ohio River into Illinois while listening to your show. Unacceptable. Maybe a bad handshake between cell towers, but after an hour, I doubted that possibility. As I passed cell towers, I wondered what was going on. Was this a terrorist attack on our country? A lot goes through your mind when you drive in silence. True, sir. So true. I drove without iHeart, tried Spotify. My GPS went out. I'm used to lapses in coverage, but this was different. You don't realize how much you rely on your phone. It took until about 8 p.m., he said, when it kicked back on. And he said it was not as simple as just restarting my phone. I had to have tech support. I had no iHeart for 7 hours, but I think they did good with their support in response to this. Just my take. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, says Gabe. Thank you for the email, Gabe. Appreciate that. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to talk to our friend Amy Kaufelt from Fox 35. Let's see how she's doing today, what she's up to, and what stories are grabbing her attention. And there's some big ones out there we haven't even cracked into today. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic's starting to get by a little bit better now. And other than that, most of the major roads.
All right, Amy K is next. You heard it.
Any trouble affecting your drive, but if you do see traffic.
One thing I bet Amy K is going to bring up is, you know, we played on Friday. The guy who called 911, and it was like, there's a sex offender in front of me, and he's got a kid in his truck, and I think the kid has been abducted. And the guy was like a hero, and he said, I'm not going to leave this vehicle. You better get the cops here before I get a hold of this guy. Well, there was a teenager with that guy, and the teenager has been arrested. And he's also being charged. So there's some twists and turns going on with that, too. I want to see what she knows.
Be a winner. And I'll tell you how. Go to thatmortgaguydawn.com, hit the button that says compare, upload your quote, and then That Mortgage Guy Dawn will tell you if it's any good. Simple as that. So why not start the process to a better life and work with someone who's going to make that
Justin says, did you record a secret show last week? No. My voice was just shot from being sick. Both weeks. We will be releasing a secret show this week. It's happening this week.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Have you ever wondered, like, what foods are good for you and what foods are really not good for you? I don't mean, like, on a grand scale. I mean, like, for your personal body. That's what Viome does.
Mike says Green Day is still relevant. I mean, how do we determine relevancy? They still have songs on the radio. Their songs are still very popular, even with younger generations. They have some of the most well-known songs in the United States of America. If they go on tour, it's going to be sold-out shows everywhere. Yeah, I get, like, if that's not relevant, you know.
Like Brazil nuts and mahi-mahi are my superfoods. I didn't know that before. I've been eating more of that, and I've been feeling better, and all my numbers were better when I went to the doctor. If you want to do this, it's easy to do.
There will be no insurrection over on Twitch. You guys zip it. Zip it up, Twitch. Zip it up. Secret Shows is back this week. No insurrection, please.
Stop guessing, start knowing with
Thank you, weed consumer.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We need the water we drink every day to be filled with.
We'll get to this, I think we'll get to the Minnesota chaos and these, like, roving gangs of authoritarian thugs on the streets. I think we'll get to that in the second half of the show. I've got some banger clips on that. It's real dramatic. It's real dramatic. I've got some banger clips.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink,
Amy K is not on the grid yet, folks.
Even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
This is the grid of some of the sources we have in the studio. Not all of them.
leafhome.com/free.
Some of them. Amy should pop up in this box here, I think. She should pop up there.
15% off. leafhome.com/free.
The garage door springs that come standard with most homes.
I'm still waiting for my magnet using my Beast Bucks. I have, I sent out a stack of most of the stuff that was on my desk last week. Then I have another little stack, and then I have all of the gifts from people subscribing that will get processed this week. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be caught up on all of those this week. Italian fashion designer Valentino Garavani, dead in his 90s, 93. I don't know who that is.
I'm chit-chatting about it. A sausage McGriddles to start my week.
2 minutes and we're back.
Hey, dude, I'm not even mad about it. You want the deals? You need the app. Wake up with a delicious breakfast sandwich. Only
110% engaged now. Look at you go.
Valid Mondays in January and February. Participating McDonald's. Valid months per day. Must opt in for rewards.
Do a polar bear plunge? Oh, Jesus Christ, no. No, thank you.
50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery
90 seconds.
Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com.
Sean, do you see the clip of the kick streamer Connor getting confronted by one of the crazies? I mean, there's way too much cursing, I think, to be played on air, but it was funny. I did see that, Kurt. I've seen a lot of these. I've got some of the better ones of just the absolute insanity. And many of them with no law enforcement in sight. I have no idea where the cops are. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea why we keep seeing people let their cities just denigrate into lawlessness. It's kind of crazy. Hang on. Me? Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah, hang on. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Got you loud and clear. All right, folks, we're coming back right now. We will cover all that good drama, though. Stand by.
Complimentary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the news.
And you know what time it is. It's time for us to hang out with our good friend, the amazing, the talented, the always up on everything happening in the news, Miss Viral herself, Amy Caulfield from Fox 35.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Amy Caulfield.
Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
Everybody's working.
Yeah, is it busy there? Because at HQ, not a lot of people have arrived for work today, from what I can hear.
The parking lot is empty.
I mean, I would say it's pretty empty in here. I'll give you guys a little visual of the newsroom. Like, here's look at
yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah.
You see? There's like
Cool.
a couple people working.
See a lot
There's
of
Tom. Say hi. You're on
screensavers.
the radio, Tom. Say hi to everybody. Just say hi.
Hi. Yeah, not
So,
see,
yeah. So it's a little. I normally in my like little tiny cubicle where I talk to you guys, but there's nobody here to help me set it up today, and I couldn't get the computer working. So here we are.
Yeah, well,
Technology at its finest.
it is amazing as always to speak with you, Amy. We love you. We appreciate you.
Oh, I love you guys.
I mean, I know one thing that's on everybody's mind is this? Let's go to the Floridians here, whining about how cold it is today. Is this going to be the worst that we see, or is it going to get colder than this? What's going on with this weather?
So this today will be the worst that we see this week. It's actually going to warm up to almost 80 by next weekend. So it's going to be a beautiful week towards the end of the week. But yeah, just today is. I mean, it's like a double dose of the cold front because we had the really bad cold front that came through last week, and then we had the one that came through yesterday, and it actually produced snow in the Panhandle. Like some places got like almost an inch of snow, which is crazy. So 2 years in a row we've had snow up there. But no, today's the worst of it. I think it's only going to get up to like mid-50s today, though.
Wow.
It's beautiful outside, though. As long as the sun is out, then it's great.
Yeah.
But this morning
it feels
was
good.
frigid. Like, Carl, I got him, I think, a quarter of a block before he's like, I'm back inside. I'm going to poop inside, Mom.
Yeah, it's worse than the rain for some of these smaller dogs.
It's funny you say that about the dog because Maisie, I took Maisie for a long walk yesterday, like last night when it was really chilly, and she loved it. I think because she has so much hair. Like, she's like, this feels amazing, you know?
Yeah. My dog runs extra fast in the backyard. Like, the zoomies are never faster than when it is chilly outside. She loves it.
Supercharged.
So cute.
Well, we're all getting through it here. We're managing despite the fact that Florida breaks down when it gets, under 40 degrees or whatever. But here we are. Now, there's a lot going on out there in the world today.
Is there ever? Yeah.
What's grabbing your attention today, Amy Caulfield?
Well, the big story over the weekend for us here in Central Florida was this triple homicide that happened in Osceola County. It happened in front of a vacation home. A 29-year-old guy who lived next door to the vacation home. His name is Ahmad Jihad Bohe.
Whoa.
So apparently, according to the sheriff there in Osceola County, Sheriff Blackman, he said that that Bohe just basically shot these three guys in the front yard of their rental house. They were here from Ohio and Michigan in their late 60s, early 70s. They were just truly here as tourists on vacation. He said that this was premeditated, cold-blooded, no reason to do this, but other than the fact that this guy had a previous history and in fact had gotten off on a previous arrest based on an insanity defense that worked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's still out running around.
He was in trouble before for, I don't know, did he kill that person or did he?
No, he shot up. He did shoot someone. It was in a Wawa parking lot. And this guy said, we interviewed the guy that was there the day that it happened. He said that he was inside the Wawa. He heard a bunch of gunfire. He came outside. He said his car had like 9 bullet holes in it. And there was a gentleman over by the pumps who had been shot multiple times, but survived.
Yeah.
And so he went over to render aid to that guy who was over by the pumps. And he was just shocked. He's like, I cannot believe that this guy is back out.
And that guy didn't know his first shooting victim.
No.
And now accused of killing 3 people, innocent people, like no reason for it.
He's an insanely dangerous, mentally unhinged individual. And as seems to be the case just everywhere, we tend to just let those people right back out until they actually kill somebody. And then we go, wow, this person's dangerous.
Didn't see it coming.
It's always somebody who has like this litany of other charges that they keep letting them out on. And, and then the violent person somehow gets a gun and then kills these people who were just they were just staying at an Airbnb, just tourists, right?
Yeah, 3 people, like 3 guys, 2 a set of brothers, and then their friend who had come down either from Michigan or Ohio to visit them while they were at this vacation rental. And then we had a similar story. You guys might remember this a few weeks ago of a 60-something guy in his front yard in Ocala gardening. And same thing, somebody who had a history walked by and at random just killed the guy as he was gardening in his front yard.
Jesus, man. Yeah. That's
terrifying.
Those are the things where you go, well, this person didn't even start an interaction with them. There was no like bad blood. They're just like randomly, just random crazies with lethal weapons killing people. Great. All right. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. We had another big story over the weekend that broke. You guys probably saw this. This was the United flight that was coming in from Chicago O'Hare.
Yeah.
And had a pretty hard landing. It almost looked like, I saw some surveillance video that we actually don't have privy to, unfortunately, but I saw it and I retweeted it this morning. And it almost looked like maybe one of the tires blew. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I mean, it's a pretty hard landing. They are still trying to figure out what some of the mechanical issues were, but they ended up having to shut down the airport for some time.
Wow.
And then on top of that, they also had everybody get off of the airplane while they were out on the tarmac. So, of course, that creates a huge backflow of issues for all the other flights that are trying to get in and out.
I found our problem here, it would seem.
Yeah.
It looks like a big one.
I'm no professional, but I believe one of the tires is missing.
Yeah, it looks like the landing gear appears to be missing one of the tires, and it came in like that on this United flight and had a real hard landing at the airport.
You're kidding.
Yeah, had to dump it.
Absolutely.
Okay. The guy cursed way in the background, but Just suffice to say, folks, the plane had a very, very hard landing there.
Yeah.
No,
Thankfully, everybody's okay.
footage from inside. I'm surprised because
I
they
haven't seen anything
probably,
yet.
If they knew
You would
ahead of
think they-
time,
right? You would think they would be warned, right? The pilot would have said,
Brace,
"Hey, just
brace.
FYI, we're about to come in for a hard landing."
Yeah.
I haven't seen any.
Here's
Not yet,
another
anyway.
another shot of this. I muted it so you don't hear the person going "Holy S" in the background. But the plane comes in hot and it rolls over when one of the landing gear things, and then it busts off. There's the wheel. There's the tire just rolling down the damn tarmac.
Yeah, so the tire. It looks like the tire came off upon landing because it appears to have all the tires while it's landing. Right. Yeah.
Right there, the tire pops off. Right there.
Yeah, it's not good.
Starts rolling off onto the tarmac. Could have been a lot worse, huh? Could've
Yeah.
been-
Oh,
could've
yeah,
been.
absolutely. Well, you guys saw the horrific train crash in Spain. I'm sure that you've seen. Oh my gosh, like the details on that are horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
those two trains hit almost head on at high speed, and the last I read about that, they said that there was something that seemed a little off, like that obviously that's not supposed to happen, but they're still trying to figure out how it happened. So
Yeah. They said it was a head-on collision. You don't hear that very often, to say the least. And I guess they said one of the trains was derailed and went into the path of the other train. So the visual that I'm looking at, these trains were supposed to go side by side at a very high rate of speed. But one of the trains derailed as they were side by side, and think of like a snake's tail flipping out and going onto the tracks of the other train as it's going full speed ahead. And it smashed into the train, and absolute pandemonium followed when that happened.
it's horrific. They were saying they were finding, victims of the crash like hundreds of yards away, that people just flew out the window. And if you guys have ever been in Europe and been on these trains, you're not, for the most part, you're not belted in, right? You're just seated.
Yeah.
And so if you hit something at high speed, you can imagine that, those, especially the windows are made to eject or to open easily. So if there is some type of emergency, you can get out and evacuate quickly. So you can imagine those windows probably popped open and people just flew out of them.
Yeah. And you might have mentioned this. I was looking at some of the footage here. There's a lot of fake footage going around too, so I'm trying to be careful. But some of the footage shows just how bad this crash was. And if you've been on one of these trains, they do go fast. They are European trains are not cruising around like the Sunrail or something or Amtrak. They're usually going at a real good clip, and so that it's just there's destruction everywhere.
So I guess
with
we're
these two
walking
hitting each other.
everywhere now, based on
For
this
now.
weekend stories.
Yeah, no safe way to travel.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm about
unfortunately.
to tell you about another one.
Oh,
You guys see
great.
the story about the two teenage boys in New Smyrna Beach that went out on like a 14-foot, like a John boat yesterday.
Oh, we
You
really
guys know
are
how
covering
horrible-
every form of transportation
I
here.
told you, trains, planes, auto. And we're going to add boats. But so you guys know how bad the weather was yesterday. I mean, there were points yesterday where the wind gust, Brooks was saying, were up to like 58 miles an hour.
Oh, I felt
so it was crazy. I mean, my whole front yard looked like a hurricane whipped through. There were tree limbs down everywhere. It was crazy. So these two teenage boys went out on a John boat yesterday, and it was so windy that they ended up the boat flipped over.
Whoa.
And they ended up 10 miles offshore.
Wow.
10 miles, you guys. Can you imagine? And so if you look at the Coast Guard video, we have it up on fox35orlando.com, and I posted it on Twitter as well. But if you look at the Coast Guard video, it appears, and it's hard to see, but it looks like there's one kid on the top of the boat, which is now flipped over. They do look like they have life jackets on, and then the other kid is in the water.
Yeah, just so people know, for those of you who didn't grow up in places where you know what a John boat is. A John boat is a small boat. It's usually like an aluminum boat, maybe the size of like a big couch or something. It's not
like
a huge boat.
You don't want to put it on the ocean.
No
it's
way.
It's not a boat that you take out into the Atlantic.
Yeah, you would take this in like a canal or rivers or something just to putt around. Or go fishing on it. Yeah. It's not a big boat. So you get out there that far and you are in real panic territory.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they are so lucky to be alive. It's not clear. We actually did try to talk to the family today to see if they would want to talk to us about what happened, but it's not clear exactly how they found them, but they said it was like finding a needle in a haystack. But thank God they did. So so these boys are okay. They ended up treating them for hypothermia and minor injuries. But it is truly a miracle that they are alive and that they were found. And they weren't interested in talking about it. Lesson learned. But as you can imagine. Sure. I mean, they're so lucky.
Jeez. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on this week, to say the very least. We're going to get at some point into some of the stuff that's been happening in Minnesota over the weekend, which was just fully unhinged there. But anything else?
Oh my gosh, the church story. That was wild, wasn't it?
There was I have like 10 clips of just absolute insanity playing, like super dramatic stuff. But one of the things that I saw over the weekend was, we played on Friday, Amy, the 911 call where this guy said, hey, I just saw somebody who I know is a sex offender. What do you call him, Sealand? Our local neighborhood
child predator or child pedophile.
Yeah, he goes, our local
because it was
neighborhood,
a little redundant.
Yeah, our local neighborhood child pedophile. I just saw him when he said, when he called 911, and he said in the back of his truck he has this boy who's been like abducted, and the 911 operator was like, hey, I don't want you following him. The guy's like, no way. I don't care. I'm going to follow this guy. You better get here before I do. And I guess it came out today. I saw it earlier on Fox35Orlando.com that they are pursuing charges against the
15-year-old.
The 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out, like, it looked like he fled the scene or something.
He did. So they ended up pulling this guy over. As soon as they pulled him over, they got the older gentleman out of the truck. The little boy, the one that they say was kidnapped, was kind of huddled down on the floorboard. And then the 15-year-old jumps into the driver's seat, according to the sheriff. This was Sheriff Rick Staley up in Flagler. Jumps into the driver's seat and takes off. And then they have to go after this kid. And according to the little kid, the 15-year-old was complicit in luring the little kid out into the woods and being part of all this. It's just a horrific scene. And apparently the family of the little kid said that this guy, the older gentleman, had like worked on the family's ATVs. It's like a small community. Sheriff Staley was saying that everybody kind of knew everybody. But I guess
that's how they all know the neighborhood child pedophile.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely bizarre. Yeah.
Crazy.
So they're working on that story a bit more, and we'll see if anything else happens with that. Now, I've been just sitting here waiting as patiently as I possibly can for any updates in this Anna Kepner story, where we still have no charges against her stepbrother who allegedly killed her on this cruise ship. Have you heard anything on your side of that? Really?
No, and this is one of those stories, you guys, that we check on a daily basis. Like, are there any updates? Is there anything new? Any update? Right? Because you have to.
Yeah.
Because so far, everything that we have learned from this case has been part of the child custody battle between the stepmother and the father, and not of the kid that they're saying could potentially be the suspect in Anna's murder.
Right.
Like, do we even know?
That's where we've gotten all the information. We've got no information from the actual authorities or investigators about this particular case, or where they're at with the arrest or anything.
He hasn't been arrested or not detained. Is he even on
he is
house
currently
arrest?
he's basically staying away from the family.
Yeah. The crazy thing to me is, imagine this. Somebody allegedly chokes to death and kills his sister, his stepsister, on a cruise ship, then hides her under the bed. Then they pull him off the cruise ship and they start this investigation. And that was what, like months and months ago now?
It's been, I don't know how many months has it been? It's been, I would say, at least 2 or 3 months.
We've heard from the uncle who likes to tweet or X a lot, and the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. Yes.
That's all.
Absolutely bizarre.
And I think we spoke to a couple of her friends. Let's see, trying to see like when the actual date of death would have been.
Do you think it's taken
gotta
so
be at least
long
a couple months
because it was on a cruise ship, or the FBI
it was
has higher
November.
priority?
It was like early to mid-November is when it happened.
Yeah. So we're at like the 2-month-ish mark.
Yeah, about 2 months. It seems longer, but yes. Yeah. And there's a lot of, you guys remember, there's a lot of cameras, all of the evidence that they told us that, the FBI is not going to talk. And we did talk to some defense attorneys about this, including Mark Nejam. And he's like, listen, they're going to keep a lot of this information close to the vest, right? Because their goal is not to inform us. Their goal is to build a case.
Right.
And so they don't care, if we're informed or not, which I get it. I understand. And so, but they do have a lot of information. Some of those details came out, like they know who the only people to key card in and out of that cabin. They have cameras in the hallways showing, who was going up and down the hallways. So, so as far as that is concerned, that all of that evidence is, I think, pretty locked up.
Well, last question for you, Amy Caulfield, on Martin Luther King Day here. We have the Broncos, the Patriots, the Seahawks, and the Rams. One of them will win the Super Bowl. Who is your next Super Bowl champion? The Broncos, the Patriots, the Seahawks, or the Rams? You must choose one, Amy K.
If I had to choose one, I would choose the Broncos because I love R.J. Harvey. Of course, he is a rookie who played at UCF. He was amazing at UCF. He has done wonders for the Broncos. I feel bad about the quarterback situation. My two favorite teams, the Bears and the Bills, are out, and I'm just really bummed about that. So I guess I'll go Broncos. I like the B teams. Let's go with the Broncos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most knowledgeable sports person on our show, Amy Caulfield.
All right. I love you. Wait, who are you guys rooting for tonight?
And here's the thing: had you asked Sean the same question, it would not have that same answer.
Tonight, there's another game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Miami, Indiana, buddy.
That's right.
Oh.
baby. It's all about the U.
So you're going with the U, Sabrina? Okay.
Yes, I am.
I love it. Good job.
I think I have to go for Miami, right? I don't know why. I feel like an allegiance there.
Now,
but
the game is in Indiana, right?
The game is in Miami.
Oh, in Miami.
It is in Miami. The president and Marco Rubio will both be in attendance of the game tonight. There's a lot of actually really interesting connections. One, the Miami has 10 Central Florida football players, including one of the kids my daughter graduated with, Max Buchanan. He plays for University of Miami. He's a really talented kid. They went to high school together. So 10 players from our area. And then on top of that, this also makes it really interesting. Mendoza, who is this incredible Heisman-winning quarterback, his dad actually played football with Cristobal, who is the head coach for Miami. What? And you remember Mendoza is also from Miami. So it's the whole thing is like very interconnected and fascinating, and it's going to be a fun game to watch. But I love Mendoza. He's such a great kid. Indiana's undefeated. If Miami pulls this off tonight, it would definitely be an upset.
Let's go.
I am blown away at everything you just said. It's
with confidence. And her co-anchor Ryan Elijah already announced this morning that he was going to be taking the day off so he could stay up all night and watch.
Yep, he's taking tomorrow off. That is correct.
Oh, it would be more fun if he worked after it. Like nice and hungover.
If they have a dump button, maybe.
Yeah, that would be great. Here she is. Oh, go ahead, Celia.
Amy, real quick. I know you always like to tell us about you love when people say, "Oh, I love listening to you on the News Junkie." I had the opposite happen the other day. I had my Real Radio hoodie on, and they're like, "Oh, I see a commercial for that on the news all the time. I think your face is in it." And I was like, "Yes, yes. If you look really closely and don't blink, you'll see it really quickly." And I thought that was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. That's sweet. I love that ad. We actually run it all the time.
Yeah.
You guys are very popular.
All right. I don't know about that, but we'll take it. We will take it. She's the best of the best. You love her. We love her. Amy Caulfield from Fox 35. Make sure you're following along on social media, whatever platform you're on. Search for Amy Caulfield and Fox 35 Orlando. You can keep up with all things happening, not only just here where we're based out of in Central Florida, but around the world. This is a great site. It's one of the, as I said, one of those sources and resources that I use each day to get ready for the show. And I think you should do it too. So make sure you follow Amy K, and we'll see you next week.
Love you guys.
All right. Quick break. When we come back, we've got a lot to get into still on the show. I think we'll hold off on the Minnesota drama until after the next episode, but I want to talk about some of the stuff that happened last night on SNL that was getting some heat, or not last night, but this weekend on SNL that was getting some heat, because we've got to discuss that. And mayhem in Miami, friends. What the hell is going down? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-7...
Breaking news! Breaking news, everybody. More sports. The Buffalo Bills have fired head coach Sean McDermott. The Buffalo Bills have fired head coach Sean McDermott. Huge implications. Huge implications.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now.
Hang on.
So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Come on, kids. We're almost there.
Come on in, folks.
Straight ahead.
One of the 50 vitamins are made for your overall health.
The water's warm.
Your brain and muscle function. Because don't you want to make the most of each day?
Buffalo Bills should fire themselves. They're so bad.
Hey, Dad. Wait up. You're one step ahead. One a day.
Oh no, say it ain't so. Who? I mean, I assume some of you must know who this guy is. He's the head coach of the Buffalo Bills.
There's something for everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Come face to face with more than 800 animals. Discover new
Old news. It literally just broke right now. Hi, Barbara. How are you? I do want to issue an apology to weed consumer who I accidentally banned. I was trying to click for the other guy who was so desperate for some attention in chat, and I wanted to just ban him because he was annoying me. And as I went to click to ban him, I accidentally banned weed consumer. I offer my apologies. There's nothing more that I can do. I made a mistake. My retard gun was aimed in the wrong direction. I apologize. I was number one, now I'm non-existent. Oh God! What did it like take all your points from you or something? You get points and it took them away? Oh my God!
That's 407-213-0000.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Watch where you point that thing? I guess so, right? Jesus. What a catastrophe. Thank you, Kurt. David, why would you be banned? Should you be banned? I mean, it's pretty loosey-goosey. As long as you don't just try to, like, jump up on the stage and Sic Semper Tyrannis, you're probably going to be okay around here. Check out the rules at thenewsjunkie.com/chat. 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 90 seconds and we're back live. Twitch users tend to not get banned. That's true. That is true, and it's a fair point. Butt banned, yeah.
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, Tanya, how are you?
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died.
That sucks. We almost had exactly 420 points, and you took them off from him? I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. All right, we're coming back in 1 minute. I don't know how to make it right. I've made a huge mistake.
That's ethos.com/term.
/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The football postseason lives on iHeartRadio.
Here we go. 20, 15, 10, heading to the goal line. Touchdown,
Denver. From the official NFL podcast network,
Welcome to NFL Daily.
Fox Sports Radio.
Sam Darnold is going to have to prove to all of us in a big game he can play big.
Or local stations that bring you the games live.
It's knocked away and it's intercepted.
iHeartRadio brings you all of it. Just open the iHeartRadio app and search football to dive in.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Miami at a concert. I'll tell you what went down in a moment. Also, 3 people got upset about what the Stranger Things kids said on SNL. What was it? We'll talk about that in just a moment as well. Join us on the show with your comments. Your dispatch is at thenewsjunkie.com. Father, forgive me for I have sinned. It was this morning when I watched a man and I rooted for a mountain lion to attack him. I did. It's true. I have to be honest with you about this. I watched this video that's going viral this morning, and this guy was being followed by a mountain lion, and the guy annoyed me so much that I wanted the mountain lion to attack him. I did. I think you might too. But I was so confused by what this guy did. He's on a mountain, well, shocker, and on this mountain he encounters a mountain lion, and the mountain lion is kind of stalking him and following him. And he brings out his phone and films him. And I don't know if we've watched too many ice encounters on the streets, but you know the mountain lion doesn't care if you film it, right? Like,
no.
It's not going to be like, well, I can't kill him on video.
You can't do that. You know, you have to have my permission, said the mountain lion.
The mountain lion is not fearful of you pulling out your iPhone and recording it. And also, I'm not the most avid outdoorsman, as you know.
What?
But I thought what you're supposed to do with these things is not be a little bitch, but is like you're supposed to get big. And when the mountain lion comes up, you're supposed to, whoa!
That's bears.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to like flex.
The problem is there's so many different animals that they've given us this advice for, and the advice is different every time.
Mm-hmm.
But it does say make yourself look big and loud. Maintain eye contact, which sounds terrifying.
Stare
but
right in your
maintain eye contact with a mountain lion?
It just dead
I
eye.
can barely maintain eye contact with humans.
Yeah, the mountain lion. Yeah, but this guy, listen to him. Here's what he did. He started filming.
I'm going away. I'm going away.
He's talking to the mountain lion.
I'm going away. I'm not gonna promise. I'm not gonna. Hey, I'm not gonna bug you. I'm going away. I'm not gonna bug you.
You can see right here.
Do you think that
Here's the mountain lion.
this mountain lion speaks perfect English? Or
he's like, I'm not going to bug you. I'm not going to bug you.
I promise, man. I promise. I swear. I swear on my kids.
I think everybody's been online too long. This guy thinks if I'm just really sweet to it, and if I bend down and put my head between my legs, if I just make sure it knows that it's the alpha over me, then it will leave me alone. He's like, I'm leaving. I promise. I'm not going to bug you. I'm going away.
I promise. I'm just going away. I'm going away.
I'm going away.
I promise I'm not going to bug you. I'm going away. I promise.
He's walking backwards, too.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm going away.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right, so he's doing that right.
I'm not going to bug you. I'm going away.
See, this guy is doing the opposite. You're supposed to be like, and just dead stare the mountain lion and be like,
what?
And that's the way you're supposed to get them to stop doing this.
I'd
Instead
say,
of going
who
like,
wants
oh
a
my goodness,
belly
oh boy. This guy's like 5 seconds
I'm going
away
away.
from saying,
I got it. I'm going
whoopsie daisy. Oh, he keeps going. This clip is a minute 50,
I love that he
Sabrina.
didn't notice after saying, I promise I'm going away for the 24th time, that mountain lion Doesn't
Still coming.
understand you.
Mountain, but I said, please, mountain lion. I promise.
I won't bug you.
I won't bug you.
I'm going away.
I'm going away.
I'm going away.
Bro, you need
very
some
slowly,
spray.
very calmly. I'm going away. I'm not going to bug you.
He keeps going. I won't hit you with it. He does that for another minute, all right? And then the mountain lion attacks him, and he died on the side of this mountain here.
He died?
Crazy.
No, he didn't. But the guy did film his whole encounter, and then eventually the mountain lion just, I guess, turned around because he said he wasn't going to bug him. He was. You got to bring protection, baby. You got to bring I'm assuming that bear mace will work on other large animals like a mountain lion.
Yeah, probably. It says throw stuff at it. That's one of the one of the things that says be ready to fight. If it attacks, fight back with everything you have: rocks, sticks, or fists.
Do I square up like
nah,
the
put
guy,
your nukes up, man?
Like the famous video of the guy where he fought the kangaroo that one time.
Yeah.
Do I step up? Like, all right, here we go.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
He's just walking away the whole time.
Appear
Sorry.
large.
I'm going away.
I'm going away.
I promise. Hey, I'm going away.
Hey,
I'm going away. I'm going away.
following him the whole damn time. What else does it say?
Appear large, open your jacket, raise your arms, hold up trekking poles, or place a
You're not wearing
backpack
a jacket.
overhead. Then you don't have a jacket to open.
I don't know if maybe you take off other clothes or something.
Well, if you take off all your clothes, it'll confuse the animal. I'm pretty sure.
You're going to die naked.
I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you.
Make noise, speak firmly, yell, or use an air horn to show you're not prey. The reason he's backing up, that the backing up was right. You don't want to put your back to the mountain lion, and you don't want to run because they have a predatory instinct to chase.
Mm-hmm.
So mountain lion will probably think, "Oh, he wants to play. We're going to play chase," and the mountain lion's going to win.
Yeah, he's going to win every time. That's true. Kurt on YouTube says he was self-soothing himself more than anything, but damn, if you're going to publish the video, delete that audio, bro. Yeah, he didn't. He just kept that on there and posted it online. And the idea of recording it is like, I would never do that. I would never record that, and I'll tell you why. Do you think I want the last my loved ones hear from me to be me terrified of a mountain lion? Like, please, I'm not going to bug you. I'll leave you alone. And then the mountain lion starts devouring me alive, and I'm like, I'm still alive, but just barely. I'm sorry, Mr. Mountain Lion. This is the most embarrassing thing you could ever leave behind. I wouldn't want to do that. So it's a brave move. Brave move on his part. Let us know what you think, folks. Give us your thoughts. Send those over at thenewsjunkie.com. They were getting on the Stranger Things cast for being on SNL this weekend because about 5 people online like to complain about everything. These, again, are the losers. You should call them losers. You should summarily reject their dumb opinions,
Facebook,
their stupid
Instagram,
whiners.
Twitter, y'all
They're
see
not
this?
people with different opinions. They're just people who want to complain. And there was one scene where you had the Stranger Things kids, and it says, in the scene, Wolfhard, who played Mike Wheeler for 10 years, shared his recent status of being a man, revealing that he can now drink alcohol if he wishes to. Then he made an explicit joke about a vagina that people were shocked.
Whoa.
He said, my voice changed on camera. My first kiss was on camera. I can't actually believe I'm admitting to this, but the first time I learned what a woman looks like down there as well, it was on camera. And then the scene cut to a Demogorgon opening its Demogorgon face, and then that's what it. And they're like, "Oh my god!"
Some of their skits were very funny. I saw a couple clips online. The Harry Potter heated rivalry was hilarious to me, and then the whole hype on Stranger Things never going to end, and their little like side episodes. Fantastic.
I saw 2 different clips. I thought they were both kind of cute and funny, and
I did some LOLs on the toilet.
It's literally no normal people react to this and go, well, I will be. You can't speak like that. These are losers. They're word Karens. We should kick them into the abyss. Just one person at a time.
Did one of the kids host SNL, or were they just a guest?
Yeah,
They
I think
hosted.
so. I think that it was like a joint thing, wasn't it? I think
They
it was
hosted, but some of the other like characters, the actors, joined him in the skit and the monologue.
That must have been fun for him, too. Like, God, man, relax.
Shut
Okay, quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
I'll tell you right now. not Stranger Things. Next episode. Crazy rave turned so crazy that this is why we can't have fun things, Miami. Lamar Odom was arrested again. How many more times before he realizes his things do not, in fact, stay in Vegas? Plus, happy birthday to D to the O to the LLY. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable.
The next episode, a couple of minutes away.
Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your central Florida forecast, and we're off to another cold start to our morning. A freeze warning is in place until 9 a.m. to account for temperatures that will be near or below the freezing mark. Otherwise, as we head to this afternoon, temperatures will be slow to warm up, only reaching a high of 58 degrees. At least though we'll see plenty of sunshine. As we get closer towards, say, Wednesday, temperatures will be nearing the low 70s before a few spotty shower chances move back into the forecast. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dawson.
This report is sponsored.
Less than 4 minutes, and we're back live.
You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure.
That's right. Dolly Parton is 80 today. Is that right? 80? 80?
Super sure. Coming soon.
Good for her. She still looks great. She doesn't look as good as, who did I see? Oh. Shoot. There was just an actress that they showed. Hang on. She's in a lot of news stories today. She's 60 in a bikini. And I'm sure she's had all the work done. Elizabeth Hurley. She's making the rounds today. Elizabeth Hurley, 60 years old. And Dolly Parton is 80. We're aging better, man. I think we're improving as humans. Most of us. I should have known Dolly was a fellow Capricorn. We boss babes recognize each other? I guess so. Big difference between 60 and 80? Sure. Sure. But there's got to be hot 80-year-olds, right? There's got to be at least one. But her bazongas are only 50. Don't say bazongas, please, okay? I won't ban bazongas in chat, but bazongas has to be one of the more cringe boob words. Chat, what is the most cringe way to refer to boobs? Alright, what's the most cringe way to refer to boobs? Is it bazongas? Milkers? Creamers? There's some pretty bad ones. What's the worst? Chesticles? Oh. Hangers? Yes, hangers is high level cringe. That is. Jumbly wumblies? Baby feeders? Sweater meat? These are bad. Get them all out. Get them out. Yikes. Get it together. Here we go.
Year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
I'm
Ben Ferguson.
And I'm Ted Cruz. This week we bring you inside the room with the heroic soldiers wounded in the Maduro raid and with Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado.
Download Verdict with Ted Cruz now wherever you get your podcasts to get it all.
Radio, 104.1. Send us a dispatch and join the ranks of the great 5 percenters. It's the
for being with us. Learn more about the show over on the website, which is easy to find. We'll get to some of your feedback. As a matter of fact, dispatches, emails, I've got them stacked up, and we'll get into those here momentarily on the show. All right, we have a lot of things to work in. After the next episode, we'll get into all the craziness that's been happening in Minnesota with like these roving gangs of people trying to, sort out who's ice and who's not ice. There's some clips I have for you that are absolutely insane, but we have all that on the way right now. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Send me to house number 3.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
Now look, let's go.
Hitting a lot of wrong buttons today. There's a lot of
Fun fact, my fingers got so fat this weekend that I can't hit the same button that's been there the entire time.
Smoke
there it
weed
is.
Every day.
Hold up. Person who's great at hitting buttons will never make a mistake. That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com, who brings you, of course, the next episode, but also just ease, peace of mind, right there at your fingertips. You go to his website, chock full of information for you, guides on how to get pre-approved. Maybe you want to refinance. Maybe you're just looking to see if you've got a great quote you can compare right there. And any question you have, direct access to Don himself. So start the process of refinancing or buying a first-dream home by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the correct button.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
I'm here 20 years ago, 2006. This underground rapper.
Let's go. I rock with little Bibby, but little
Nas?
It rhymes with bygone. Saigon is right.
Saigon!
Oh, Saigon, yeah.
And 20 years ago, underground rapper Saigon stabbed in the temple above ground
That's tough.
with a broken bottle during an attempted robbery.
Did he try walking away from the stabber and saying, I'm not going to bug you.
I promise, I'm leaving.
I'm leaving the scene.
He did not. He also did not take his own car to the hospital. He didn't want to get blood in his Mercedes-Benz, so he hailed a cab to go to the hospital and save him when he had a broken bottle coming out of his temple. Pretty badass. Wow. Wish that we knew his music a little bit more. We know the music attached to this film, whose co-director just died.
Lion King.
The Lion King is
Oh,
right.
yeah. I saw this.
Rest in peace, Roger Allers, the co-director of The Lion King. He has passed
Honestly,
away at the age of 76.
Would not have known that name, nor would I know who the director of The Lion King is.
I thought there was just one, to be completely honest with you. But now there's just one living on Earth.
Yeah.
Roger Allers, creative visionary whose many contributions to Disney will live on for generations to come, said Bob Iger. He understood the power of great storytelling and making us a bunch of money. I added that quote. Our hearts are filled with his family, friends, and collaborators beyond the 1994 great hit that keeps me crying every time, The Lion King. He worked on other classics like Tron, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. And more. So may he rest in peace. Did you have something else that you want to say about Roger? Or?
I don't know anything about him, honestly. No, I mean, I think he was working on some of the Broadway plays for The Lion King. I don't know. I don't know much about him.
Kind too. They said a super nice guy.
Wasn't The Lion King like they didn't think it was going to do that well, and so they kind of put a bunch of Disney animators there that they didn't think much of.
Yeah, I think it was kind of supposed to be a flop.
It's like the assignment you didn't want if you were working at Disney at the time.
Still hasn't hit $1 billion though. As of today, 988 million. So almost there. Maybe it'll
losers.
Maybe we'll get a good spike now that Roger has passed. And not Disney, but the other very popular channel that I watched a whole bunch, Nickelodeon, has lost one of the All That cast members in what could be one of the worst ways to die. Absolutely horrific.
God. What happened to him?
It's part of the news. Former Nickelodeon child star Kiana Underwood was identified as the victim in a hit-and-run collision that left her dead after she was dragged down 2 Brooklyn blocks.
Oh, my God.
Before she was found.
Fatality.
Yikes. It was just like a sack of bones after that, huh? Jeez.
33-year-old, she appeared in All That and had obviously severe trauma to her head and torso when a gray vehicle driven by an unknown suspect, don't got him, was traveling west and hit her going east, I suppose. She was under the car. NYPD had received a 911 call later on, around 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was very clear that she was going to be pronounced dead at the scene.
Jesus.
Talented child actress who also starred in Little Bill. So, you know.
What's Little Bill? I've never heard
You
of
don't
that.
remember Little Bill?
Bill Cosby animated series.
Oh, was it? Oh,
That's
okay.
before I started making people sleep and I found out about it.
Yeah, okay. All
That's
right.
what he do. Guess we can't have fun things in Miami.
Yeah, this got out of control on this concert.
And you know what? They're going to use this as an excuse to not offer free concerts anymore, and you have to pay upwards of $1,000.
Yeah.
Do you think the Rolling Loud people are looking at this and going, we made the right choice?
I do, yeah.
I don't think Rolling Loud had a choice. I thought they got kicked out of Miami.
I think Rolling Loud is going to be like, thank God, because now we know what it's like to have a show there. It turned into a mess.
John Summit, Calvin Harris, and Sandra. They played a free concert in Loomis Park, South Beach, for the College Football Playoff National Championship, baby. Big game coming up.
Sports.
Yeah.
Pop quiz. Who is UM playing against? Sean.
UM is playing against Indiana.
Indiana what? There's 2 to 3 colleges there.
The Indiana Jammers.
Nope.
Hoosiers.
Yeah.
We call them the Jammers. You call them the Hoosiers.
I almost
sort
said
of a
Boilermakers,
tomato.
but I believe that's Purdue. Anyways, back to Miami. The crowd supposedly exceeded the capacity limit of 20,000 people.
My God.
Based on the footage, it had upwards of 100,000 people.
Yeah, they were just crashing over the sign. I'm looking here. They're just pouring in.
I mean,
They're just-
absolute mayhem to the point where nobody thought this was going to happen. Miami Beach Police was even like, hey, we out here. We're going to post on social media. And very quickly after their post, it was uncontrollable.
Yeah,
They
and then
reached-
once a couple people broke in, do what you want. You're going to be like a bolo for a white guy with broccoli hair and a necklace.
And his pupils are giant. A sack of
Good
$1 million
luck.
eyes.
They're all looking the same here. All the people pouring out onto this beach.
It also reached maximum capacity less than 1 hour after the opener started playing. So I don't even know if Calvin or John Summit even made it.
When I met you in the summer. That's that guy, right?
Is that John Summit?
No, that's Calvin Harris, I think. Yeah.
That's the one who dated Taylor Swift.
Did he? Okay.
No, Diddy's in jail.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Some people ended up in VIP section after trampling that. Maybe they had a good experience, but you had to fight for your spot, shoulder to shoulder crowd, because barricades. Who needs them?
I always love when there's like one cop trying to block the crowd.
Hey, stop!
It's like
Stop
one cop.
doing it.
Guys,
promise.
please stop coming over right now. It's like 4,000 people versus 2 police officers or something. It's
Good
just
luck.
not going to work. Oh, let me stop that before they curse crazy. I know they will.
Orlando, here we come. Better get higher barricades or something. I tell you, I have no interest in going to EDM shows anymore.
Wow,
It
you're
gives me anxiety.
old AF now.
Do you think you could do it, Sean? be honest.
No, but I would not go to a EDM show to begin with.
I did.
Usually
My 20s, I EDM'd up.
Right.
Love me the dubstep.
I hate to tell you, you're not in your 20s anymore. You are now an old maid. You are in your mid 30s, crawling up. You got a birthday not that far from now. You're
Tomorrow.
even getting further. Oh, it's not tomorrow.
It is not. But we have a birthday today, and thank you so much for that segue. Happy freaking birthday.
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton. How old?
Guess.
I think somebody said earlier that she was. Well, I don't want to cheat because I've seen a number.
82.
80.
80.
Looks
Sean
great,
gets the
right?
points.
Looks great for 80.
Fantastic. So they celebrated by giving her own national holiday. How about that?
Ooh.
Some fun facts. Dolly was the fourth born of 12 siblings.
Damn.
In Locust Ridge, Tennessee. Tiny town in the Smoky Mountains.
I have a child, a children's.
You have a child?
Yeah, I have a child. But that child has a children's book about
I'm just
Dolly
learning of
Parton.
this now.
Yeah, it is the most boring book. It's too wordy. It's like I don't know. They must have fast tracked this thing and just had some people draw a couple Dolly Parton pictures. It's so boring.
Is there a possibility that you're not the target demo?
Wait a second.
It's not. It's too wordy for kids. It's a kid's book.
That's how they learn how to read.
It only matters if Jackson likes it or not.
Jackson hears a very abridged version because I skip a lot of pages and I
Blah,
go,
blah, blah.
"Oh,
Yada,
Dolly was
yada.
on TV before her family could even afford one.
Who
How
cares
crazy is this?"
Speaking of books, she has given out over 200 million free books to the people who like to read, except for Sea Lane.
Hopefully, it wasn't copies of that book.
She has a $650 million empire, includes Dollywood, a beauty line, baking kits, a series of books.
Damn.
That Sea Lane has contributed to, a hotel, truck stops, dog toys, and treats that she sells on her website, doggyparton.com. Do you know what size of shoe Dolly Parton wears?
I do, yes. She wears a, not a lot of people know this, a 16, size 16.
As a matter
7.
of fact, trick question. She doesn't know.
Oh, she doesn't know?
That's
not true.
Boobs are so big you can't see that. Do you know how to spot Dolly's children in a crowd?
How?
They have stretch marks on their mouth.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Dolly. We love
Is this
you,
how the
girl.
book is? Is this similar
I
to
think
the
it'd be
book
better.
content?
Why do you think Jackson likes the book? He wants to see some boobs.
Well, Sea Lane's
cartoon
just
boobs.
screwing the whole thing up. When you have a little kid, you don't read them the kid books. You got to read them adult books so they start to get their brains going.
50 Shades of Grey.
You know, you want Megamind.
He likes kid books. He likes Grumpy Monkey.
Why is the monkey so grumpy? I have to give you the boob tube real quick.
Go ahead.
But I have other questions about the monkey. MLK Day MLK Day NBA Special Game 1, as well as Game 2 and Game 3, all on NBC. Watch what happens live with Mary J. Blige. 4th season premiere of Judy Justice on Amazon and ASAP Rocky on Fallon. Go UM, follow your dreams. Me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber and say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Yeah, you got to read like
Why is the monkey grumpy?
Harry Potter. Wait, what? The Grumpy Monkey?
Yeah, Grumpy
Like
Monkey.
off the bat grumpy or something happened when he was a kid?
He wakes up grumpy one day, you know, and it's just it's a lesson about how it's okay to not, be happy all the time.
Do you sing him the song too? Like, no more monkeys jumping on the bed.
Not yet. He hasn't really jumped on a whole lot of beds yet that we would have
That's
to.
the middle of the song, Sean.
Oh, this kid is dragging. My God. He hasn't jumped on a bed yet. He's reading like kid books still. It's kind of embarrassing, but we'll have to look past it. He's very anti-Semitic.
He's not anti-Semitic.
He's doing little Sieg Heils as just like the smallest little Nazi. It's crazy. He might be. They're
Listen,
seeing him
I
everywhere.
just said that very quickly.
He
Sean
loves
tripled down.
Jews. He thinks juice though. He's just saying it wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. We'll see. When we come back, I've got some of these clips out of Minnesota where people legitimately are melting down. It's wild, man. It's wild. I don't know where the cops are, but they're not out there enforcing anything on the streets. And wait till you hear some of these. It's quite an experience. We'll see how chaotic things are getting in Minnesota. And that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need. You won't be running into anything too unfamiliar on the major roadways affecting your ride, although there are a couple serious accidents getting cleared up where Sand Lake Road meets John Young Parkway. Eastbound and westbound lanes are blocked.
Llama red pajama?
It's time to take care of you.
Bro, don't read your kids that trash. Read your kid Harry Potter.
With your first audiobook free when you
Read your kid something cool and adventurous. Read them The Hobbit. Read your kid The Hobbit. Not like one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Some Dr. Seuss shit. Read your kid one of two things. An adult book that will stimulate their mind, preferably in the fantasy fiction world, so their mind will expand infinitely. Read your kids an adult book like that, or Shel Silverstein. Those are the only acceptable things. That's it. Penthouse Forum? Don't read your kid that. Don't do that, please. Read them Animal Farm in 1984? Sure. Sure, those are good. And then they can argue for the rest of their lives about what Animal Farm and 1984 are actually about. Right? Doesn't everybody kind of try to claim those books? Oh, this Orwellian. And like, wait, hold on. If both sides are saying it's Orwellian, one of them must be wrong. Right? Maybe? Sean, tell me you don't understand how children learn to read without telling me you don't understand how children learn to read. I just disagree with your theories. And I think it's your type of learning that has led to the dumbass kids that we have in 2026. Challenge them. Throw words at them. Big ones. Throw experiences at them. Throw things that are beyond the simplistic. And by the way, Harry Potter is not an incredibly complicated book. What kid doesn't like wizards? Even 2-year-old. Where the Wild Things Are, not bad. I agree, Tanya. It's a cute book. Fun visuals too. If you're doing something, if you want something simplistic, it's a fun one.
Sage Dental is your all-in-one dental home. No more running around town. We do it all right in our offices. We even create beautiful, long-lasting crowns.
I know I don't blame Dr. Seuss for the kids we have today. I blame the Department of Education. That's who I blame. I blame the Department of Education. I blame schools trying to gobble up as many monetary resources as they can and passing kids because they don't want to seem racist. I blame the schools. I blame the administrators. Most notably, I blame the administrators and the teachers' unions and the federal government in terms of what they've done as a push down. They've made kids dumber. What about Chasing Edmund poetry? Not good for kids. The end of the sidewalk? Bro, do you mean where the sidewalk ends? Or did you grow up in some bootleg ass house where you had a book called The End of the Sidewalk? The end of the sidewalk. 2.5 minutes and we're back live. Read them a nice chapter from A Clockwork Orange. Look, anything is better than what we've been doing. That's why this streamer Kai Cenat has been like reading 30 minutes a day and then Googling all the words that he doesn't understand, which is a lot of them. And people wanted to make fun of him. And I'm like, everybody shut up. Shut up. If they want to make reading cool again, if some of these influential younger people want to make reading cool again, please shut up. Please shut up. It's good for them. They can't read, they can't write, they can't count, they can't do anything. Please shut up. If they want to make trying and reading cool again, I support it. I read to my kids from the Anarchist Cookbook. The Art of War, Sun Tzu. The Art of War is so boring. I don't know if that's a hot literary take, but The Art of War is really, really boring. Okay, we're coming back. Here we go.
The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along.
What's going on over there, but it's wild to watch. My favorite TV show is America, and tuning in has been quite exciting as of late. We'll see what's going on with that. Over on chat, they're saying it's good to read to your kids. My kids choose 2 books, says Tanya, every night before they go to bed. They would sit and I would read to them. I did that for years. That's good. I don't know about C-Lane's choice of book that he's reading to Jackson.
I'm sure you read tons, tens of books to Dylan.
I did read books to Dylan, believe it or not. Yes. Oh, I read all of the Where the Sidewalk Ends for sure was a classic that I read to Dylan when he was a little kid. But I would also read stuff that was a little bit older.
What, like Congo?
I don't know about Congo. I would read like stuff that's a little more fantasy based, maybe even like a Jurassic Park kind of thing. I want to try to stimulate the brain. I'm not reading Hitler's books. I'm reading stuff that's a little more advanced, even when they're little guys, because it starts to build all the words out.
I like that you poo-pooed the idea of Congo, and then you went with a different Michael Crichton novel.
I wanted to show you it could be done, but just, Congo's probably a little too advanced, I think. All right, there's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. For those of you who haven't been paying attention, which is probably like 2 of you, there has been a lot of heated interactions in Minnesota. The politicians, including the mayor of Minneapolis and the governor of Minnesota, have been very much openly against ICE operating in their state, saying F you, get out of here, and all that stuff. And ICE has been operating in their state anyhow, and deporting people and all people with various backgrounds and stuff. And all of a sudden, all these like ICE Karens who maneuver around online and then insert themselves in between the ICE officers when they're trying to arrest or like deport somebody, they started popping up everywhere. And then obviously we had the what was her name? Is it Karen Good? Karen Good, I think, or is her first name Renee Good? Thank you. Renee Good was the woman who blocked the street trying to stop these ICE officers. Then she drove her car, and the officer said, he was in fear of his life. He thought she was going to run into him. A lot of people said it looks like she was kind of going to the right, and it looked like it would have been easier for the officer not to shoot this woman, but apprehend her down the road for sure and save ICE a whole lot of trouble. Because let's be clear about this. In my estimation, one of the biggest problems that ICE has is they're terrible at PR. Like, they're so bad at getting like ICE is out there sometimes. I saw a story of this weekend, and they were busting some guy who was like a child sex offender or something. And the
local child pedophile.
The local child pedophile, his arrest was being blocked by the same ICE Karens who they're treating it like all of it is bad, right? Like all of it is your lawn guy who's been in America for 46 years and is now being ousted by the ICE officers. Like, the ICE officers and ICE in general has terrible PR. Terrible PR
Just
right
wait.
now.
They'll have videos that come out of them giving ice cream instead of detaining.
I don't know
Or
if
maybe
they're going to
both.
be able to come back from this. Right now, they have, like, Republicans still mostly support ICE. I think a lot of Republicans even think that they've gone a little too far in certain circumstances. Independents are, like, flopping on this big time. Democrats never gave a damn about enforcing anything with immigration, so it doesn't really matter as much. But you're losing the crowd. You're losing the audience. You have to be able to make your case. But meanwhile, in Minnesota, you literally have roving gangs of authoritarian weirdos who are like spotting ICE in the shadows. I played a clip for you, I think on Thursday, of the people who made the guy pull over who was driving an SUV that they thought was an ICE officer. Oh. And he's like, guys, I'm not an ICE officer. And he opens up the back of his vehicle and he's like, look, I agree with you guys. And they're like, don't act like you still haven't done something wrong.
Yeah, you shouldn't have rented that car.
The guy's like,
Because it was
wait.
an SUV?
Because he had a white SUV, and this mob determined that they thought it looked like an ICE vehicle, and they're running around with no information. This is one of the most dangerous things. They literally believe that they are the good in the good versus evil battle. That is very, very, very dangerous. When people literally believe they are the good in a good versus evil battle, they will justify anything. They will do whatever it takes. They have been hopped up on rhetoric by all these politicians. They think that these people have no right to enforce any of these laws. They don't have any authority to do anything, and they think that they can interfere. And now they're roaming around and they're spotting like ICE officers everywhere. And here's just one example. There's so many clips like this. This guy is like clearly mentally ill, just chasing people around, I think downtown Minneapolis, and harassing them and asking them like, are you ICE? Are you ICE? Here it is.
Huh? Are you ICE?
No.
Do you like ICE? Say fuck ICE! Say it!
He's just chasing after this
Say
guy.
it, bitch! You're a bitch! Your mom's a bitch! Say it! Fuck you! Fuck you, Nazi! Fuck you, Nazi! Fuck you, Nazi!
Bro, what is happening? What? Yeah, you started at "Are you ICE?" and the guy was like, "No." And then you were like, "Do you like ICE?" And the guy, he's just walking down the sidewalk
very quickly.
He's just moving around, and then you're pointing at him like, "F yeah!" Like, bro, what? You guys have lost the plot. What is going on? Also, it's so hilarious to me that the people that are so upset about officers going around asking people for their papers are literally doing purity tests on everybody else to ensure they're not ICE officers. And if so, they want to beat them up. I said earlier there was one video I saw. I can't play half of them because they're just chock-a-block full of curse words, as you might imagine. But one of them that I saw was this group of these people roaming around like this, trying to spot the next ICE officer and like attack him or whatever. And they find some guy who he was with them, but they didn't realize it. And they started attacking him and punching him and hitting him because he had a camouflage jacket on. And it was cold. It was cold outside. They're all obviously wearing jackets and stuff. And he has a camouflage jacket on. And they start attacking this guy. And they hit him and they knock him down on the ground. He's like, "What are you doing?" And his friends are like, "Whoa, he's with us. Like, we're all together. We're the anti-ICE people." "I don't know. He's wearing a camouflage shirt." They stop some other dude on the sidewalk and they're like, "You're going to have to take off." He had an American flag jacket on. And they were like, "You're going to have to take off the American flag jacket."
Okay, screw you.
You're wearing this jacket and this means you're part of this group. And I don't see any cops. I don't see them at all chasing these people down, arresting anybody. I mean, you're harassing people, right? Like here's one of the, I'll have to mute this, but this is one of the ones where I think the guy had an American flag hoodie on, right? So he's in this crowd and they tell him, "You got to take off the hoodie, or you got to take off the jacket. You got to take off the jacket." He's just a dude walking through the crowd and they're pulling on his American flag hoodie. They've turned the American flag now into another symbol, like it says freedom and an American flag on his hoodie. He's taking it off going down the street so they'll stop attacking him. These people are unhinged. They're mobs wandering the streets.
Got their phones out.
They're all filming themselves, and it's because they don't believe that they're going to get in trouble for what they're doing. Every one of these people should be arrested. Every single one of them. It doesn't matter if you disagree with somebody, okay? I don't know who you think you are. It doesn't matter if you disagree with somebody. You cannot attack them. This is the United States of America. We still have freedom of speech. We don't have to agree with each other on policies, on rule of law, on politics, on anything. You don't have the right to be your own little street Gestapo out there trying to attack people. There was one dude, his whole neck was just bleeding, covered in blood because somebody hit him with a fluorescent light bulb. Oh. They attacked him and he's bleeding and they're like, "Nazis bleed more than everybody else." Like, bro, you guys are just calling everyone a Nazi and just attacking randos on the street. What is going on here? And there's no rule of law. There's no cops to stop any of this. It's embarrassing.
Wasn't there some talk of National Guard coming in?
Well, yeah, they're talking about deploying actual active duty officers and obviously taking this to the next level.
I thought after the incident with Renee Good that they had sent even more ICE officers. Are they not?
They did.
Nobody's there now?
No, there's ICE officers there, but the ICE officers, everywhere they go, these people rove around and go after them. And then the regular police have decidedly chosen and have been ordered to, in some cases, to not assist them, to not do crowd control, to not do any of this in an effort to make things spiral out more to lead to these same outcomes. And now you have stuff like this going on. Here's another dude. He sees a white SUV. Yet again, they see the white SUV and they're like, "Must be ICE." It's just some dude. And he attacks the white SUV and he's got, I think it's like a umbrella or something. He hits it. The guy gets tired of him hitting his car and gets out and kicks his ass. So wow, I can't put it up because he curses, but he's like, "Why are you hitting my car? What are you doing hitting my car?" Like, what emboldens so many people to believe that they can act this way, that they can behave this way? You've got to stomp that. You have to make that stop as quickly as possible. These are just regular ass people. There was another group of these tech dudes, and they surrounded them while they were having lunch. And they were like, "Are you ICE?" And they go, "No, we work for an app company. We make apps for different companies."
Do they look do they look like somebody who would be ICE officers, or do they look like tech bros?
I mean, in as much as they just look like dudes. I don't think any of these people look like an ICE officer is what? I mean, are you like a big white dude or something? I don't know. Even I've seen ICE dudes of all different backgrounds here.
Yeah.
But these guys were just two dudes having lunch, and they surrounded him, and they were like, "You ICE?" And then once they tell him they're not ICE, it's like, well, then you have to say F ICE, and you have to it's a purity test on the streets. It's weird.
Or else you're a bitch and your mom's a bitch.
Your mom's a bitch. You're a bitch. Everybody's a bitch, and they're gonna chase after you. Another one. This was some guy. I don't know if he was like videotaping or what. There's some dude at a stoplight, and they descended on him in a Tesla with these women, and they just start like opening the door. They're gonna yank him out. They're gonna lynch mob this guy. Like, we will take it upon ourselves of kicking him. I don't care who this guy is or if he disagrees with you or whatever. This shouldn't be happening in the United States of America. And every one of these people, just as there was a fervor to arrest people on January 6th, every one of these people should be arrested for being violent over somebody else disagreeing with them. It's not American. And honestly, if I could trade all of these people, every one of them, I mean this to my core, if I could trade all of these people for a bunch of Mexican immigrants or other new immigrants to this country, I would trade them in a second. If we had a draft, I would say, I don't care if these people are Americans. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Give me somebody who's not going to do this kind of crap. That's who I want in this country. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let us know what you think if you've seen that. Then there's the another video, again, curse crazy everywhere, where they stormed a church, I guess, where the guy who is the pastor at the church is like connected to ICE or something. So they stormed into the church while these people were having their like Sunday sermon, and they start heckling them and screaming at them and cursing at the kids and trying to take the microphone away from the pastor. Like, all politicians should be stepping up and saying, this is unacceptable behavior. This is not how we operate in America. And this is not how things should go. But I don't know. I just haven't seen that necessarily. There's not an appetite for it yet. So we let ourselves be led around by the teeth by the extremists once again. We let the hecklers win over and over and over and over again.
Does there seem to be a reason why, I mean, aside from, I know that the Renee Good killing has a lot to do with it, but it seems to be just Minnesota when ICE is operating everywhere.
They are. And by the way, ICE was operating under Joe Biden. ICE was operating under Barack Obama. ICE was operating under the first Trump administration. ICE was operating under every administration that's ever been around since they changed their name from INS to ICE. Right now, it's happening in Minnesota. And I believe right now, a lot of the people in power in Minnesota are opposing this. And I think that they're giving at least some level of confidence to people that if they go out and do this, they're not going to get arrested. I really think so. I think Chaos is right, by the way, who says you don't see black and brown people at these protests for a reason. Yeah, because there's folks out here who don't see any possibility that they're going to be punished for what they're doing. They said, we're going to get away with this. They're going to allow it to happen. So I think that is bad. I think everybody should think that's bad. We'll see what you think. Let us know. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, an update on daylight saving time. When's our next daylight saving time thing? Is it spring
forward? Correct.
Okay, so spring forward is in, I'm so bad at this. Is it in March?
I'm going to look it up.
I think so.
So I'm seeing March 10th and November 3rd.
Okay.
Will be the end of daylight saving.
We would change again on March 10th, and there's some more moves to put a stop to that potentially.
I don't believe them.
I don't either, because they always say that they're doing this and then they never really do it. But let's see what they're at least saying, because there's more hubbub on that. We've got a bunch more clips to get to, emails, and the most shocking story of the day. Something that happened on a flight. They heard a sound and they said, "What is that?" You are never going to believe this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Ranked by, I guess, tourist attractions in America. Some
It's got to be the Big D.
Which one?
The Big D.
What was that?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say it.
There's a crash on
Hello.
Pike northbound before that U.S.
Go mic activated.
Slowing things down. Traffic's backed up from Hancock Road. Eastbound and westbound lanes are still getting affected due to that accident where Sand Lake Road meets John Young Parkway. There's a crash blocking all lanes on Tomoka Farms Road northbound at International Speedway. Speedway Boulevard.
Okay.
See traffic troubles, call the Val.
I got the date wrong for daylight.
Line at 8.
Is it in March?
It is March.
Okay.
From the traffic
You
center
said March.
to Birmingham.
I think I said March 10th.
Oh, yeah, it's on March 7th.
Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection.
Bro, these people are just out of pocket.
Progressive and progressive.com.
Out of pocket. There's another video of him chasing after some, I'm to assume, counter protesters in a parking garage. And they're physically attacking them and assaulting them. This is what happens when you tell people we're the good guys and they're evil. We're the good guys and they're Nazis. We're the good guys and they're kidnapping people and killing people. This is the inevitable conclusion from that starting point. And it's by design, and everybody with a brain knows it.
And that's why I love Hammer and Nails Grooming for Guys. It's not just a barbershop, it's total man care. Haircut, beard, hot towel, and a drink in your hand. With locations across Central Florida, they're offering a New Year reset with a complimentary signature upgrade on your very
Was there snakes on a plane? No. This story is definitely the craziest story of the day. We'll get into it next.
Second opinions. You get them. So why not with your wealth?
Your stock market investments deserve a second opinion.
At Henyon and Walsh, it only takes a second.
Buzz says, doesn't our president say he's the good guy and Democrats are evil every single day on his fake news website? Is that wrong when he does that? Is it wrong when he does that? Buzz.
Securities offered by Henyon and Walsh, defended by SIPC.
When I was a kid, my dream wasn't a mansion. It wasn't a yacht. It was a 250cc Kawasaki dirt bike sitting in the garage.
Give me your follow-up, Buzz. Is it wrong when he does that? Hello? How you doing? What? Oh, okay. Yeah. Be safe, please. The Republicans who gave them jobs when they came here, I have no idea. I'm saying, is Trump wrong when he puts him and his people as good versus evil? Because I would say, yes, that's wrong. You shouldn't frame it this way. You shouldn't say that these people are like ruining America or whatever. You shouldn't do any of those things. It's wrong when anybody does it. But a lot of times what you'll find is people will absolutely back the most unhinged things on their side, and then their opponents should live by like this strict set of rules that don't involve any violence. It falls into the same exact trap. It's wild. It's embarrassing. As an American, it's embarrassing.
iHeart. Follow Mind the Business and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Cooking up today's lead stories. This is the news junkie, Sean Wasson.
One of the most insane stories of the day. I'm excited to tell you about this because it wasn't me that this happened to. This is crazy, and it's on the way here in just a moment. Learn more about the show over on the website. It's thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. All right, this is true. This is a true story. Let me bring it up in front of me here so I can show you it as we talk about it. But there was a flight, and it was, I believe, an Air Canada flight. And on this Air Canada flight, they started to hear some noises. Air Canada Rouge? What the hell is that? Air Canada Rouge.
It's their red edition.
I guess so.
Air Canada.
It says passengers on an Air Canada Rouge jet were not just hearing things recently. They reported hearing some muffled yells and banging from somewhere inside the plane.
Air Canada Rouge is the lower cost flights for leisure travelers.
All right, so it's like their Ryanair or something, and you get a good deal on this stuff.
South
But
North.
They started to hear like, and like people banging while they're on their flight, and they're going, what the hell? You guys hear that?
Sounds like foreplay to me, John.
What is happening here? And I hear that too. It turns out a baggage handler was still in the cargo hold.
Okay.
What? What do you mean? How does that happen?
He got trapped inside the cargo hold, and the plane was aiming to take off. And he's like, whoa, hey, whoa.
Still in here organizing the luggage. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys.
So I've seen that before. You know where he was, right?
In like the belly of the plane, right?
And they have someone that's in there that they, toss after the conveyor belt to line everything up, consider the weight. But I thought for
you've
sure,
seen like the TikTok videos where,
after all these years, that there is a checklist to, all right, everything's organized, everything's spread out weight-wise, and the guy's out of the underbelly of the plane. You're good to go. Let's see his little highlighters.
No, the dude was still in there. And the plane is about to take off.
He
and
would
he
have
goes,
died.
oh, my God. And he starts freaking, as you could imagine. Says the potentially dangerous incident happened on flight 1502. It was taxiing to the runway at Toronto's airport. It was moments away from departing. Stephanie Cure, said fellow passengers alerted her to the muffled noise, which sounded like somebody yelling for help. Flight attendants ran down the cabin aisle of the Airbus 321, which came to a halt before reaching the runway. Witnesses said the pilot soon made an announcement that an airport employee was trapped in the belly of the plane.
Weather's looking good. Crosswinds, and there's a guy stuck on the plane.
Oh, my God. Air Canada told the Toronto Star the doors of the cargo hold inadvertently closed while a member of the ground crew was inside.
That must happen more often than we think. No.
It has to happen once in a blue moon because they're literally in there, as you've seen from those TikTok videos that I've seen as well. They're in there by themselves, and they stack them all up, and they get all the bags going.
So, I'm guessing they don't have, like, radios.
Maybe not.
No, those are illegal in Canada, from what I understand.
Maybe they don't have communication in there, which they probably should.
Yeah, or just a number they could call.
He wouldn't have died, by the way, because that is pressurized. And I think it's pressurized because I think that's where they keep the animals, too.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? The wheel well.
That is not pressurized, and you will absolutely die in there. But it would be a lot colder in the belly of the plane. I don't know how cold it would get. Let me ask TNJAI and see if it would know this. Let's see. Because it would definitely be colder in there because they're not like controlling the temp. If you were in the belly of a plane in the cargo hold and it's pressurized in there, but there's no like heater, I don't think. So how cold would it get during a flight if you were stuck in the belly of a plane? Let's see.
Well, the cargo hold of a plane is typically pressurized and also heated, but not to the same level as the passenger cabin.
This one's saying yes.
The temperature can vary depending on the airline and the specific aircraft, but it usually stays above freezing, generally between 7 to 18 degrees Celsius, about 45 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's still cold.
So, while it might be chilly, it wouldn't be dangerously cold.
So when your dogs are rolling on a flight like that, it's like 40 to 60 degrees for your dogs? For the whole flight?
So, okay, question, and this is maybe sort of a morality question, ethics even, but probably more morality. Mm-hmm. If he did get stuck in the cargo hold, and it was going to be anywhere from 45 to 65 degrees, but it could be 45. He could be pretty cold down there, and the plane takes off, and he's there for the duration.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to open somebody's luggage to try and find some sort of jacket?
No. I don't think so. I think it's absolutely acceptable. And I think
But why did this
all
girl
of
bring
us-
4 dildos? I don't understand.
If all of us were on that flight and afterwards we heard that the dude trapped in the cargo hold wore our hoodie for the duration, we wouldn't be mad at that. I'd be like, I'm glad.
I don't think I would be mad.
I would not be upset.
Follow-up question. No jackets available. He now has to skin a pet.
Oh, God.
Not cool.
That seems tough. I don't know.
Just like Star Wars, where he just guts them and stays inside until they land.
I mean, it does make me question whether putting your animals in the cargo hold is acceptable. It does honestly make me question that.
That's
it's like
why
40 to 60 degrees.
Ladies'
They're in
emotional
there.
support. Carl's emotional support. I don't know if Lexi's too big.
Carl is
Lexi-
small enough to ride in the cabin.
Oh,
Lexi
he's
is
going
not.
up. He's
I
going
don't
in the what is that called?
The overhead bin?
Overhead
Yes,
bins?
you
Yeah.
bet your ass.
Yeah, I think Lexi, Sealane's dog, would be too big to bring on with you.
I know that guest dog that I had for a while at my old house when we had a roommate for a little bit who was just moving to town. Guest dog flew in the cabin and had like a little carrier.
Yeah,
and she's a little smaller than Lexi, but not much.
Yeah, it's maybe it's possible, but I know if you're putting a regular dog in there, that seems a little messed up to me. I don't know. If you work in an airline and you know more about this, tell me why I shouldn't think this is bad. But certainly the baggage handler shouldn't be stuck in there. I would think we could all agree on that much. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. All right. There are a lot of people who are emailing the show. Let's get to a couple of them. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Josh says, "Sup, Sean? I've been in Europe for 2 weeks." Well,
cool.
Good for you. I hope you had a good time. He says, "I've been catching up on the show through podcast. I haven't heard you mention Nick Shirley and all the fraud he's exposed at all. What's up with that?" He's talking about the largely Somalian daycare fraud and other fraud that's been happening in Minnesota. I've mentioned that before. I've talked about it on the show. I think that my issue with that is I think this is just like the tip of the iceberg. Like, I think this kind of fraud, people go nuts about it because it's Somalians in Minnesota, and Minnesota has an exploding population of Somalians, which are trying to change a lot of local customs and other things to be more like it was in Somalia when they left there. And so it's become like a friction point. And they also have taken to engaging in a lot of fraud to the tune of billions of dollars. And I think this is literally just the tip of the iceberg. I think there are so many programs that are wrought with fraud like this. And there's a simple reason why. I don't even know how many people know this, but when, let's say somebody is a politician and they have what we're going to call capital G, capital I, good idea. All right? Doesn't matter what it is. Think about whatever you think is the best idea that you wish any politician would do that would really help people out, would really help poor people out, would really help improve people's outcomes, right? So politician comes up with capital G, capital I, good idea. And they say, we're going to put together the Good Idea Act of 2026. And Republicans and Democrats go, you know what? We don't agree on a lot, but we agree on the Good Idea Act. This is good, and we want to do this. We want to help out with these people. So they said, what we're going to do is we're going to pass the Good Idea Act, and it passes. And all the Republicans, Team Red, Team Blue, and everybody in between, they all vote for the Good Idea Act to pass.
Yay.
Now comes the boring stuff. The boring stuff is they have to fund these movements. Everybody's moved on to the next thing. We passed the Good Idea Act.
All right.
We fixed the problem. We passed the Good Idea Act. We're moving on, baby. But the Good Idea Act now has to get funded. So they set up programs, and smaller government or less popular, less in the public light areas of government decide how much funding these programs are going to get. And the Good Idea program gets hundreds of millions of dollars in funding, maybe billions, because this is a good idea and everybody supports it. All of this is fine. The biggest problem that we have is even when we have a good idea and everybody gets on board with it, like we should fund daycares and more kids should learn how to read, and we should help out with poor people being able to pay for childcare and learning. That's a good idea. Capital G, capital I, good idea. Gets the funding, goes through, but then nobody's watching the money. Nobody's going to check on these places that want to take millions and millions and millions of dollars. And when you give anybody, Americans among those anybody, the chance to steal money, they will do it. They did it with the PPP funds. It was one of the biggest frauds in the history of this country. Billions and billions and billions of dollars was scammed by people who will never face any justice for stealing our taxpayer dollars.
Even the big celebrities. And there was no consequences whatsoever. They got called out in one TMZ post, and that's about it.
I mean, like a couple of people did get in trouble, but most of them didn't. And a lot of people stole a lot of money. That happens all the time with these good ideas that get funded, but then there's nobody there keeping an eye on our taxpayer dollars.
That Doge
it's
was
rampant. It's everywhere. A lot of times this is not on the purview of Doge. Because what I'm saying is this was like the example he's saying is in Minnesota. That's state funds. Doge doesn't look at state funds for the most part.
Unless it's like Florida, you make your own state Doge.
Yeah, you make a state Doge, they can do that and then go into budgets and stuff. But mostly it was the federal stuff that they were looking at. And on the state level, these states are full of this sort of fraud. And they're stealing money from the poor people. It is our taxpayer dollars that was intended to go to the bottom rung poor people who can't afford stuff like this. And it's being stolen by people who just have no morals. They have no shame. And they're fully fine with enriching themselves on the back of like autistic kids or young kids of poor people, et cetera, et cetera. So I've mentioned it before, but I think it's a massive problem. I think every state needs to be looking at every single action item and making sure that our taxpayer dollars aren't being wasted. And I wish we would do more of that. We won't, but I wish we would do more of that. All right, quick break. When we come back, jury duty is on the way. Let me know what you think about all of this and more. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
I have a dream one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
Real Radio 104.1.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
The Magic coming home after their 2 games overseas. They were blown out in London yesterday by Memphis. Next game for the Magic Thursday at home against Charlotte. NFL playoffs yesterday. The Patriots defense forced 5 turnovers in a win over the Texans. New England will visit Denver for the AFC title. It'll be Seattle home to the Rams for the NFC. The Rams outlasted the Bears in overtime. And college football's national title game tonight. Miami takes on Indiana. I'm Matt McCoy.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Eligibility and results may vary. If you're on Medicare and living in the Orlando area, getting great dental care doesn't have to be confusing or expensive. Sage Dental is here to help you understand your Medicare benefits and make your care as simple and affordable as possible. Whether you need a routine cleaning or advanced care like implants, crowns, oral surgery, or custom dentures, Sage Dental brings all your dental needs conveniently together under one roof. At Sage, we use the latest in dental innovation, including minimally invasive techniques for more comfort and faster healing. Need a crown? Sage can create same-day custom crowns right in our office. In addition to Medicare, we accept most insurance plans. No insurance? Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation centered on your care. Same-day appointments available. Call 800-218-8877. 800-218-8877. That's 800-218-8877.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia.
Hello. Folks, if you're new here, thank you. Hit subscribe if you don't mind. And if you would, just remember that we are live every single day. I'm bringing you everything viral happening in the world. Good, bad, ugly. On the world's best television show, America. Here on the stream. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Here for you, friend. 1 minute. Take off that shirt, Wasson. You look like ice. Uh-oh, there's an American flag on this shirt. Uh-oh. Unbelievable. All right, here we go.
Out anytime right to your bank or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and details.
Refresh your bathroom with big savings at Lowe's. Reimagine your bathroom and get up to 40% off select faucets during Lowe's Bath Savings event and transform your space. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio 104.1.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Theft Auto fans, believe it or not, in a moment. And jury duty is coming up in just a bit. A lot of really interesting twists and turns in that. We'll get to all of that here in just a moment on the show. I wanted to work this in. Actually, this fits in jury duty. Definitely a First Amendment type case and something we should ask Moses about. But let's open the door and jump in. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Some drama in Miami Beach. Here's what I have on this, and I have some audio, but let's stay by the dump button because I don't know if we're going to hear some cursing on this.
Ready to dump?
It says, Miami Beach Police Chief Wayne Jones defends sending detectives to a woman's house over a social media post that they called inflammatory.
Okay.
Well, you know, here's the thing. Don't care where the person's coming from politically. Inflammatory is not illegal. If a social media post is illegal, then go after the person. Because, yes,
that's
stuff
when
that
you
you
threaten
post
someone's
online,
life, right? A death threat.
You could threaten somebody's life. You could post something that is illegal content. You could post, you know, underage adult content. Well, I mean, underage sex content, I guess. You could post things that are illegal. And when they are against the law, then the police should go visit the person for posting it. When they are not, then the police should not care. But let's see what's happening. Viral footage shows the detectives interrogating a woman for her post, asking if she was the one who shared them. Given the real ongoing national and international concerns surrounding anti-Semitic attacks and recent rhetoric that has led to violence against political figures, Jones said, we wanted to do this. They directed 2 detectives to initiate a brief, voluntary conversation regarding certain inflammatory, potentially insightful false remarks made by a resident to ensure there was no immediate threat to the elected official or broader community that might emerge as a result of the post. The post was a comment about Miami Mayor Stephen Miner. The woman, her name is Rachel Pacheco, who's an activist in Miami and a former political candidate. And I see one of the posts here's our post on Instagram. It doesn't even have a ton of attention. It says, the guy who consistently calls for the death of all Palestinians, this is her comment that started this, tried to shut down a theater for showing a movie that hurt his feelings and refuses to stand up for the LGBTQ community in any way, even leaves the room when they vote on related matters. Want you to know that you're all welcome here, says this person.
That's
Raquel.
all they wrote, and they sent the cops to her house?
Well, that was one post. I don't know if there's more that they're going to show, but it was just comments on Instagram.
You're allowed to do that. That's a waste of tax dollars if you're sending law enforcement.
Well,
follow up on that?
You're especially allowed to do it if it's about a politician. Okay, elected officials, you're allowed to say a lot of stuff about them. You could and you can and should be critical of these people. I have the footage here, but again, stay by that dump button because I have no idea what happens here. I just saw this a moment ago.
Picture to make sure it's you. We're not sure.
Okay.
Is that your account?
Is that your account? All right, they're showing the same post. This is the same post that we just talked about.
Which was a comment.
It's a comment on an Instagram post that says exactly what I said earlier about, like, you consistently call for the death of all Palestinians, blah, 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 blah. Nothing in there actionable at all.
I refuse to answer questions without my lawyer present.
This is the cops at her door.
I really don't know how to answer that question either.
Well, like I said, you're not going to jail.
This is freedom of speech. This is America, right?
And I agree with you 100%. So we're just trying to see.
So why are you there?
Talking to the right person. We want to go see who the right person is.
Okay, how can I help you?
So pretty much it's just a statement that was made as far as,
verbatim, it says the guy who consistently calls for the death of all Palestinians tried to shut down a theater for showing a movie that hurt his feelings and refuses to stand up for the LGBTQ community in any way. Even leaves the room when they vote and on related matters. Wants you to know that you are all welcome. Clown face, clown face, clown face.
Clown face, clown face, clown face.
Three clown faces.
So it appears there are 3 clown faces. This is the epitome of free speech.
2 detectives there.
Yeah, this is a cop with a badge around his neck. He's wearing a polo shirt, but he's got a badge hanging around his neck. He's at this woman's front door over a post online. We're supposed to be better. It's been 250 years. We're supposed to be better than those losers in England who have zilch for free speech, who can't say anything online, who can't say anything about biology and gender, who can't say anything about Muslim immigrants coming into England without somebody knocking on their door and throwing them in jail in England. And what is this? This is not how it's supposed to work here.
The opposite of what you just said, apparently.
This is not how it's supposed to work here. This is a completely fine comment. And if there's more, that's not what they're reading to her.
3 days ago.
You don't know if it was you?
I'm not going to answer whether that's me or not.
Okay.
The concerning part, and not concerning for the person who's posting it, what we're just trying to prevent is somebody else getting agitated or agreeing with the statement.
What are you talking about?
Why is that your business, bro?
That guy who consistently calls for the death of all Palestinians.
Mm-hmm.
That can probably incite somebody to do something radical. That's all we're here to talk about.
Oh, so they're
And
tigers.
we wanted to get your side of it. Was you that posted that?
That is so very clearly
wild.
me, without having passed the bar. I can tell you in all authority, having watched the ACLU, FIRE, and many of these groups and reading deeply on this topic, trust me when I say that is not any word that you would ever be prosecuted for. Okay, it's solely criticism. I bet I disagree with this Raquel woman on everything. I bet I disagree with her on everything. But that's not what it's about. This is kind of along the same lines of the stuff where we see people out roving the streets of Minnesota, taking things into their own hands. It's as if everything's been tossed out the window. These are key things about the American experience. We need a reboot after 250 years because apparently we forgot some of this stuff.
I don't know if we have that option anymore.
It's so
We're
dumb.
in the first month of this year, and it's already like, we don't know what we're doing, so let's get violent and crazy.
And the mayor in Miami, it's a new mayor, right? Isn't it a new mayor? I believe it is.
Mayor? I don't know.
So it's him to make that call. So I will give benefit of the doubt for that moment where those cops were told where to go. And if they refuse, that could be their careers on the line. Or do you think they took it up upon themselves to follow up? Because what she said could have incited someone to get aggravated and blah, 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 blah.
I think they're friends with the mayor, and the mayor told them to go do this, and they did it. And
Mayor
I think
signs
that
their checks,
I think that is despicable and against free speech. And no, they can absolutely 1,000% turn down the mayor telling them to go investigate a person. All these people in law enforcement had to say was there is no crime that has been committed here. This is not a threat. This is we do not investigate average Americans, assuming she's an American or otherwise. We don't investigate Americans for their posts on Instagram that we disagree with. We don't do that. That's a thing.
And
apparently we've all lost sight of this stuff.
Couldn't really see it, but it seemed like it was a thread that had gotten a lot of shares and many comments.
Not hers. It only got 15 likes. Her comment only got 15 likes.
The thread itself, though, had a lot of comments. So did they go to any other people's houses and apartments? Just double check, just in case the third party doesn't get aggravated when reading that?
I don't know. They could have. And then we wouldn't even know because this person was smart enough to film it.
I would think to refrain from posting things like that because that could get something.
I appreciate your concern. I appreciate you coming out here.
Okay.
That's it?
That is it. Okay. I'm going to maintain my amendment rights to not answer the question about whether that's right. I hope that's understandable.
Right. We appreciate it.
Thank you as well. Okay? You as well. Thank you. Take care.
They make six figures.
And by the way, you can say, hey, what this is, Sean, is they were just showing up and asking questions. Bull S. This is a move to intimidate people. I almost
imagine that was the one thing I had to dump after it's blasting in my ears looking for a curse word.
I said bull and I had to stop myself. That is absolutely an effort to intimidate much more so than the original comment, by the way. And you folks should join me in being against this stuff across the board. All right, we've lost the ability when we disagree with people to also defend them for freedom of speech, apparently.
But what's
we've lost this ability.
What are the repercussions of this? And obviously, she knew her rights. They still showed up. They're not going to be reprimanded for it.
They should be. I think that they should be. I think that you have a potential lawsuit against... Punishment? I think you have a civil suit against potentially, we'll have to ask Moses about this, see what he thinks. I think you have a potential civil suit for harassment or something like that against the law enforcement that shows up to your house over a post online. She didn't do anything wrong. They should never have visited her. They shouldn't have done that. And I think the mayor, who I'm almost positive just got elected.
No, he's been in since November of 2023. He's the mayor of Miami Beach. The mayor of Miami just got elected. That's different. I think that's the mayor of Miami is the first woman mayor of Miami right now.
He's the mayor of the place that couldn't control that crowd for the free EDM concert.
All right, so this is specifically Miami Beach, the mayor of Miami Beach who was behind this. All right, we'll see what you think about it. Let us know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. But I'm going to take the very, very easy take of saying that is absolutely uncalled for.
I'm with you.
When we come back, I've got to get to this Grand Theft Auto story because it is also pretty crazy. And then I never expected...
Is it coming out on time?
No.
The only thing that is...
contraire, mademoiselle.
Hunter S. Thompson is in the news today for a very dumb reason. We'll talk about all that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Crews have moved that accident into the right lane now on Tomoka Farms Road northbound at International Speedway Boulevard. Traffic starting to get by. Westbound lanes are still blocked on State Road 60 at Peavine Road. Eastbound and westbound lanes are still getting affected on Sand Lake Road at John Young Parkway. Traffic's backed up on the Turnpike northbound before US 27 due to an accident. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. See how much you can save at 1-800.
Consistency, folks. Avoiding hypocrisy, folks. It should be important.
One deck. With Leaf Home Water Solutions, you can feel confident that each drop of water from every tap it applies.
We'll pay off this Grand Theft Auto story next.
We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make our family's water safer with Leaf Home.
All the 1990s conspiracy theories are happening now?
Today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Wouldn't it be crazy if we do lose gravity for 7 seconds in August? We deserve it. We need a little shake. We need a little shake. We need somebody to slap us in line. Laws are being tossed into the wind. Nobody seemingly gives a damn about that. We need to be shaken around a bit. I wouldn't take my dogs to a rave. I was just wondering what everybody else's thoughts were about it. I think people take their dogs too many places, personally. You don't need to take your dog to the theme park. All right, bitch? You don't need to take your dog to go to breakfast with you. Brunch doesn't require your dog, okay?
Biggest in U.S. history, but you can fight back.
Tether your loved ones?
$89 a month. No money down, guaranteed performance and maintenance included. Save up to 40% on your power bill immediately. Solar Source is trusted by NASA, Disney, and over 70,000 homeowners. And you can get exclusive savings when you tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you. Visit solarsource.com/monsters or call now and lock in your rate before energy prices soar.
Johnny, why'd you do it? Why?
Mom, how was I supposed to know? It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
It's all over the radio, you knucklehead.
I should have went to RC Hill, Mitsubishi, and DeLand, and Ocala.
My dog loves going to Lowe's.
To pay more than a dime. Every vehicle, right, RC?
Correct. All you need is $1 down. Officer, can he get a second chance?
Of course, ma'am.
We work with all types of credit. We have banks and local credit unions to get you the best rates.
New Outlander SUVs with a lifetime warranty and 0% for 60 months.
New vehicles under 20 grand.
All right, we're back in 3 minutes. Oh, I gleeked. I just gleeked. It's embarrassing. I saw it fly out.
And son, stay with RC Hill, Mitsubishi. I will, officer. In DeLand, just 2 miles off I-4. DeLand and Ocala. RCHill.com.
You saw somebody with a cat at the grocery store? What the hell?
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway.
We need to punish more people. We need to bring shame back. We need to do these things to fix the United States of America.
/Fresh from Florida.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why
Sean says, Sean, have you heard anything about ICE mobilizing in Kissimmee? With ICE, it's very difficult to determine what is some weird left-wing Reddit fever dream and what is actually ICE on the ground doing something. And then there's no separation over whether ICE is doing something for a good reason or if ICE is just like going door to door, which most people wouldn't support. A lot of these online posts about spotted ICE, a lot of it is just fever dream shit. It's crazy. 90 seconds.
Don't miss race week at Racing's North Turn. Catch the famous Legends Parade with Grand Marshals Ernie Irvin and Jeff Bodine, plus appearances by Michael Waltrip and everyone's favorite moonshiner.
Gleeked? I heard that in 25 years. What do I call it? I don't have another word for it. It came out from underneath my tongue.
Oh, can't forget the hand sanitizer. Okay, show me the way.
We're coming back.
No need for all that. You can stay in your car.
I'll stay in my car.
Deep cushion, crossword puzzle, and oh, can't forget the hand sanitizer. Okay, show me the waiting room.
No need for all that. You can stay in your car.
I'll stay in my car. Get out.
Yep,
You stay in. It'll just be 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Get out!
Go ahead, sit back and relax.
Well, I guess I'll save all this for the DMV. If only they took 10 minutes, am I right? I'm sorry.
Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
All you have to do is send an email to tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Very easy for you to do. Go do that now while you have a moment. If you want to be anonymous, put that on top of your email. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Grand Theft Auto. I told you there was an update on this, and it's not an update about the video game coming out, but I guess there was an explosion.
An update about the crime?
It's there was an explosion at the offices where they're making Grand Theft Auto. And
how convenient.
There was an explosion that happened at Rockstar Games offices in Edinburgh, the main site where GTA 6 is being developed. The last update about the game.
Scotland?
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember the guy who went over there was like protesting? Is like, when's the game going to be released?
I
like
forgot
heckling.
about that guy.
That was like 2 years ago, too.
Weirdo people who like go out there and they're so obsessed with this game that they start bothering people. It's reported that a boiler perhaps exploded at Rockstar North's offices in Edinburgh, the main site where GTA 6 is being developed, with emergency services called out to secure structural damage. They don't know exactly what happened, but they think that's one of the possible causes. They said there were 3 fire trucks sent out to the scene, no reported casualties, but probably going to be a good excuse for them to say, well, we would have had Grand Theft Auto out by now.
Almost there.
Yeah, we tried to release it, but it blew up. The software exploded, and we don't have it anymore.
That boiler was next to a hard drive that had a lot of important stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So originally was due to launch this November, after several delays.
The past November, right? Wasn't it past last November?
What I'm seeing, and I think we pulled the same story, it said, as of the last announcement, November 19th, 2026. But this was after several delays.
Yes,
they released that trailer 2 years ago now, 3?
I might be wrong. I thought it was supposed to come out last year at a couple of points, and they kept kicking the can down the road. And then it was supposed to be like early on in 2026. And now it's like November of 2026, like you said in that story.
It ain't going to happen, bet.
So they just keep kicking the can down the road, and now they got an explosion. On the daylight savings front, let's see what was happening on this. Are they really going to do something about changing the clocks?
Bringing forward as early as possible. On March 8th, we are set to lose an hour of sleep. That's the earliest possible start date since national law mandates the clocks change on the second Sunday of March. And on Capitol Hill, Congress is looking at those 2 bills that aim to make daylight saving time permanent in the U.S.
Yeah, right.
President Trump has urged lawmakers in the past to do away with the time change. So our first official spring story of 2026.
Yeah, this is never going to happen, I guess.
But they do this around this time every single year.
Yeah, every time we go to the clock change, it's like we've passed something They pass it in like the dead of night in Congress, and for realsies, they're going to do something about it. And then nothing happens. So I'm expecting more of the same as of now, I guess. I don't know what else to think because it just doesn't happen. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? A couple of clips we can work here before I get to some of your emails. Trump is talking about his fat friend again. He's throwing his fat friend under the bus
The one
again.
who was taking the shots?
The one who was taking the jab, the fat jab. He's talking about him again. Here he is.
I tell the story. It wasn't meant to be funny. People find it funny. But a friend of mine who's a very smart guy, very, very rich, very powerful man, actually. But he's very fat.
Oh, my God.
And he took the fat, I call it the fat drug. I won't give you which one. It was Ozempic.
Nope.
I won't tell you.
He didn't even breathe.
I won't tell you which one.
It was Ozempic.
Never mind, gotcha prank.
This guy's worse than me at
The
this.
fat, I call it the fat drug. I won't give you which one. It was Ozempic. I won't tell you that.
But
and he
I
went
will.
to London on one of his many business trips. It's all he does is business. He can't walk across the street, but he's a great businessman.
Oh, my
And he said,
God.
President. I said, what? He used to call me Donnie. Now he calls me President. So I said, you've come a long way. He goes, but I have a problem. What's your problem? In New York, I pay $1,300 for this drug. Now, this means nothing to him.
Jesus.
This is like a penny out of your wallet. The guy's worth hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. He said, and in London, sir, I pay just a fraction of that. I said, what are you paying? $87. I said,
Why? This guy's an idiot if he's paying that much.
This is the longest story. Come on.
Can't you get these GLP-1s for pretty cheap now? Like a lot of insurance will pay for it, I think.
A lot of insurance companies will pay for it. It just depends on your level of insurance. And I'm sure a guy who is worth the billions.
That's right. Can't walk across the street, but can dive into money.
He probably has a good insurance plan, or some rich people, they got the money and they're like, we don't need an insurance plan.
Or they're like high deductible. And so if you're trying to get your Ozempics in January, you're still going to pay. Big time.
They're printing money at those companies. They are just absolutely printing money.
I know that if your insurance covers some of what some of the GLP-1s, you can often go to the company itself and see if they have any extra programs. Or if you look on GoodRx will point you in the right direction, because when my insurance did cover Zepbound partially, I was still on the hook for about $250 a month or something crazy like that. And then I went and got like the savings card from Lilly, which is the manufacturer, and that knocked it down to $25.
That's crazy. It's so weird because you can get stuff for a lot cheaper, especially if you go to their websites, but not enough people know that for some reason. Oh, yeah. It's really strange. It's an odd one. I also know not too long ago, Courtney and I were at the pharmacy and we were picking up some prescriptions. And we had brought along like a coupon for one of the prescriptions. And the guy comes over and he says, and this was without using an insurance card or anything. The guy goes, it's going to be $25 for this prescription. And I said, I think we got this. And so I handed him one of the like GoodRx things or something. And he goes, okay. And he scans it and he goes, with the coupon, it's $50.
Okay, hold up.
I said, what is this, a reverse coupon?
Math ain't mathin', bro.
And he goes, I could take it off. And I'm like, yeah, take it off.
Are you kidding me? Here's 4 other cards I printed on. What do you mean?
What do you mean? You're telling me if I use the coupon, it's double as much, and you're asking me if I want to take the coupon? Yes, give me the regular.
And nothing's more awkward than that moment because you're already in line. You're at the front. I have gotten at whatever time and for whatever reason picking up my Adderall prescription. They're like, it's going to be $240. And I go, last month I paid $18. What do I do now?
Yeah.
And stay on the insurance hold for 3 hours for them to tell you, well, it's deductible and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
It should not be this complicated.
We had a shift in the programs, and this gets people kind of lost in the sauce sometimes because it's so confusing. Now, here's something that I will say, and I think this is absolutely 1,000% true. I believe that the United States of America has the best health care on planet Earth. Okay? Bar none, no doubt, not a competition really even. The United States of America, our actual health care that we get in terms of the people providing it, their talent levels, the doctors, the nurses, the clinics, the places out there that we visit, we are getting cream of the crop, premium health care in the United States of America. It's not the work.
If you can afford it.
It's not the fact that you, like the hospitals suck or the doctors suck or that these people are unqualified. No, it's not that. We have the best health care in the world, I think. We have the most qualified medical professionals in the world. It's the rigmarole. It's the not, like Sealand's saying, like you some people don't know to bring this coupon off a website that might make it $25 instead of hundreds of dollars. And then sometimes you use another one and then it doubles it. And it's like, it seems like a game. It seems like I'm playing some game that I have to be really good at to make sure I'm not getting taken advantage of everywhere.
And after all these years, I still don't get it.
Yeah, it does. Well, I don't think most people do. I think most people
there's
are.
a mutual friend of ours that does, and I just spoke with him yesterday. We need a 3-hour session at my house. I'm like, I got the beers, but I have also a pile of paperwork I need you to help me with.
It's a nightmare.
Thank you, Thomas.
SKB says U.S. healthcare is third world now. You're just wrong. I mean, our medical professionals are among the best educated, the most skilled on planet Earth. People from other countries, world leaders, when they get sick, they come here. They try to go to places like the Mayo Clinic. We have we're leading in almost every level of research. Our doctors, our nurses, everybody down the line, generally speaking, are fantastically skilled in every way. It's the insurance situation that's the problem. And it goes back to stuff like after the war, after World War II, when the workforce was blowing up with all these soldiers coming back from overseas, there was huge competition to try to like hire the best people coming back. And at that point in time, they were trying to throw bonuses at workers. And they go, well, we'll pay a little more here. We'll give you a sign-on bonus. And then some of the jobs started to go, we'll include health insurance in your job. And from that moment, healthcare became inextricable from employment in the United States of America. And it is so hard to undo that. That's one of the reasons we find ourselves where we actually are. Speaking of healthcare, this was an awkward moment and maybe a little bit of an overshare on a sports podcast recently, I believe. This woman is a WNBA star. And in the middle of a podcast, they discovered something on her face.
Jake and I got a...
Herpes. I have herpes.
First of all, that is such a weird way to announce it.
It was so quiet, too.
Herpes. I have herpes.
Jake and I got a...
Herpes. I have herpes.
It's rough looking.
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. And then it's so there.
It's still banging.
This guy can't not see what's happening right now.
That's a bit of an outbreak.
That's rough.
But that's I don't know. From what
is
I
that just regular old, like everybody's got it, herpes?
I don't got it, but yes, that's your
That's not the genital herpes.
Yes, I mean oral herpes versus genital herpes.
Yes.
And what percentage, Sealand, run the numbers. What percentage of people, like Americans, let's use Americans, what percentage of Americans have oral herpes? Is it like the majority of people?
Half of American adults.
Is it? Okay. So this is like so much more common.
I'm not sharing a straw with you.
I don't know if I have it or not. I don't get those things on my lips,
Cold sore. So the cold sore, yeah.
When was the last time you had a test?
I get cold sores inside.
That's a canker sore.
I get a canker sore.
Canker sores are the worst, man. I hate them.
I don't think I've ever gotten on the outside of my lips. I don't know that I've had that, so maybe I don't have it.
Do you have it on your genitals?
No, my genitals are clear of any kind of bumps and lumps and humps.
And Forrest Gumps.
Not humps. Humps are the positive thing. Anyhow, she's struggling with it, this lady. I'll put this up on See It Now.
Stride. Okay.
Yeah. She's just embracing it. I've got herpes. I got to stop saying this.
The other thing she said that I always find weird is when you use herpes, but you say it in a singular way, like, I've got a herpes. Like,
obviously, it's herp. You just say I have a herp.
You shouldn't be screaming it. Yeah, like we shouldn't be saying it out loud in public. No, I'm not saying it anymore.
Aw.
Somebody says, I turned the radio volume back up and then heard everybody screaming herpes at the same time. Yeah.
Get yourself checked out.
Better than some of the stuff I said last week. All right. At this point, I'm fine with that over talking about chasing little kids with nets. That was a tough one.
I'm going to get the net. Pretty incredible. Almost 50% with HSV1. But only 12% with the genital herpes.
Is that HSV2?
Yes.
That is. Okay, so HSV1 is the normal one.
Now, riddle me this, and put this on the Mo list when he does his doctor segment. If you have a flare-up of your HSV1, which is very common, and you say hello to the man in the canoe,
right?
Are you giving them the one down there, or it becomes two because of where it's at?
Yeah, does it transfer? Like if you have the mouth herpes type and then you put it on somebody's downstairs, does it give them that version? And then vice versa, if they have the downstairs version type, do you get the upstairs version type? Does it?
I think it could.
Does it change via stairs?
I would call my doctor, but there's a whole thing with insurance. It's going to take a minute.
I'll ask. Hang on. This is
this is going to be a weird TNJAI.
Okay. If you have oral herpes and you are sexually pleasuring somebody with your mouth on their genitals, can you give them the other type of herpes? And can the two herpes go back and forth? I'm sure you know what I'm saying.
We just talked about this last night.
Yes, I get what you're asking. Oral herpes, usually caused by HSV1, can be transmitted to the genital area through oral sex, potentially causing genital herpes.
Wow!
And yes, HSV1 and HSV2 can be transmitted between the mouth and genitals, so they can indeed go back and forth.
Whoa!
Practicing safe sex and being aware of your infection status is key to preventing transmission.
I didn't think that was even real.
You know what that means?
Wow. Okay.
Saran wrap.
Yeah, you got to. You got to. It's
dental
awkward and
dam?
uncomfortable. Yeah, you got to like when you got a fruit roll up between you and the junk.
Fruit
you know,
roll up.
Yeah, like
Not
a
that
dental
thick.
dam thing. The good ones are thick. You got to be careful. This stuff is all over the place. For God's
Tastes like
sake,
schnozberries.
take a look at these things before you service them, if you will. Okay, quickly, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Mike emails about healthcare. He says, the one thing I've discovered, you can have a great primary care doctor and a great physician assistant, but if the office staff doesn't have their act together, it's a disaster. From referrals to prescriptions to billing, if that isn't on point, you have problems. That's true. You're actually right about that, Mike. There's a lot of people in the medical profession that are very good at doing the doctor stuff, but not good at the business stuff. And I've seen them like they'll run out of dilapidated offices on old software and stuff. And yeah, that is 100% an issue. Craig emails from Colorado. He says, hey, Sean, elected officials inevitably face a mix of praise and criticism regardless of their role. As long as comments don't cross the line into credible threats, constituents are well within their rights to express their opinions. Using the police department to question a citizen at their home for simply voicing criticism is a serious overreach, if not outright illegal. It's certainly unethical. In my city, the police chief wouldn't even act without evidence of a crime. While this might lead to civil litigation, the real issue here is the clear abuse of power. I completely agree with you. This was a major overstep. Hope you all have a great day, says Craig from Colorado. Mike, another Mike, emails about the baggage handler story. Hey, Sean, I used to be a ramp supervisor at MCO. I'd see guys taking naps in the luggage bin while waiting for bags. What, dude? There's no way to open up the bin doors from the inside. So if somebody closed them in there as a joke, they're a jerk for doing it. Whenever we had animals being loaded, the captain needed to be notified to turn on the heater. Oh, okay, that's good. If you ever picked up your luggage from baggage claim and noticed they're wet or damp, it's due to the condensation in the cargo bin from being so cold. The guy might have survived a short flight, but probably not a long one.
So
Side
how
note,
do animals work?
he says they'll turn on the heat. Yeah, he said the captain will turn on the heater down there if there's animals in there. Side note, if the luggage is in cans like you see in movies, you cannot open those inside the aircraft. They're packed together like sardines. It's not like the movies, he says. Well, thank you.
Fascinating.
And
you.
We'll take more of these on the way out. We got a lot of stories to get to still in the final hour, the power hour of the show. So if you've got something to say, get it off your mind. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com or recorded dispatch because we'll work in those. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Looks like that crash has been cleared up where Tomoka Farms Road meets International Speedway Boulevard. Traffic's getting by just fine. Eastbound and westbound lanes are still getting affected on Sand Lake Road at John Young Parkway. Westbound lanes are blocked on State Road 60 at Peavine Road due to an accident as well. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Orlando.
No, Mike. What's happening? Turn that guy off. All right. What's happening? So half you people have the herp. Half of you. How is it that C-Lane was a virgin at 21 and Wasson was knocking up a chick at 18? It just happens, you know. And you have a good memory because we didn't even talk about that today. But some people are not closers. C-Lane ever win a chili cooking contest? I've never entered a chili cooking contest. I've judged a few of them. In fact, I've judged the one that Crime Line used to have, and it was usually early January. So I just had those pictures come up in my time hop, and I was specifically writing down the note of one of the chilies that was insanely spicy, and I wrote "made by an asshole." You know who you are. You need a chili recipe, Ghostbird. Well, yeah, I made chili last night. I went a little overboard on one ingredient by mistake and would not do that again. I used to be strictly no beans to answer Jay's question, but if you're trying to feed a lot of people, beans can help stretch that out. And if you just want it to be heartier, especially for cold weather like this. But if you want Jimmy Colbert, Jim Colbert Show has a pretty good chili recipe. His calls for turkey, but you can, of course, sub out beef. If you just search for Jim Colbert chili, it's like the second thing that comes up. It's on realradio.fm. It's Jim's Hearty Turkey Chili Recipe. And it's got, it does have beans. 15 bean chili. Jeremy. I don't even know if I can name 15 beans. I'm not going to try. But let's see. He uses chipotles and adobo sauce. I recommend that. Old El Paso green chili peppers, light red kidney beans, diced tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, beer. The thing that I put too much in last night was unsweetened cocoa powder. Unsweetened cocoa powder gives it a little bit of a bolder, not totally chocolatey because you need sugar for for it to taste like chocolate or something, but it does add to it, but don't put too much because then you're just getting that cocoa-y taste and it can be overpowering. I screwed that up last night. And I don't know if my wife was being nice about it or if she actually liked it, but I was like, I don't know. He only puts 15 beans in the chili total. That's kind of funny. Some people would say that's the right way to do it. The people who are anti-bean. But, yeah. And then, unless you're using some sort of thickener, like masa harina is a common one. cornstarch, flour, some sort of starch to thicken the chili. It's really just a matter of a good long simmer to reduce out a lot of that liquid. But definitely hit that up, Ghostbird, because I think it's the one that Jimmy used to win that competition a handful of times. Tanya Morgan says, black beans, Great Northern beans, mild chili beans. I could go with that. I can't remember if I've done black beans in chili. When I think black beans, I want like a good Cuban black bean. A lot of cumin, the raw onion. I want the Cuban spice black bean, like black beans and rice kind of style. But it was why one of my go-to easy dinners, if Publix Deli has the roasted pork, the mojo roast pork, I'll do that over rice, some black beans. That's a good time. Anyway, we are coming back. Keyword is bonus. And yeah, see you in a minute.
Chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
So good to have you on board. Take a moment of your time, if you don't mind, go learn about the show. It's called The News Junkie. I'm called The News Junkie. It's strange. My name's Sean Wasson. Sabrina and Sealand are with me, and we go through the most viral stories every single day. And all the info you need to know, the podcast, all that good stuff is at thenewsjunkie.com. I always love seeing who's behind websites and comments and all that stuff. I mean, there's a couple of things that have stuck with me over the years. One was there was a political fight that I saw online that I told Courtney about, and it was so funny to me because somebody had left a comment on a video, and it was like some political video, and the comment was, "This is stupid." And then the person responded, like, "Listen here, you dip ass." And they said, "You have no idea what you're talking about. It's people like you that are ruining this country." And it went on a tear. Almost seemed like copy pasta, but it wasn't. Like, this whole huge response tearing down this internet commenter. And the person followed up and they were like, "Whoa, I'm 12, LOL." And it was
chill out.
It was a kid. It was a child. It was it was a little kid on the internet that was on the other side of this whole back and forth. And oftentimes, like, the person that you think you're responding to and then the person that you are responding to are such very different things. Very different
kids
things.
These days, I don't know if I had that in me, but we didn't have the technology to speak like that to an adult. I mean, anything over 25, that was grandpa and grandma to me. And now that they have this platform, kids don't respect adults these days.
No, what I'm saying, though, is the kid responded to somebody's video, and then somebody attacked the kid with this, like, you and Republicans and Democrats are, like, the whole, like, massive takedown. And the person's like, "Yo, I'm 12. What? Like, what? I don't, you're coming at me with a lot of smoke here."
The
I don't know
attacker?
exactly.
Also 12.
Yeah, probably. And it was like, there's also some famous photos. You ever want to have some fun? Google the phrase Reddit meetup and hit images. And just look at what the people behind these subreddits, what they look like when they do these meetups. It's hilarious, when you're fighting with these people online, or when you find that you disagree with them or whatever. You just got to keep this stuff in mind. I've been drawn into this myself before. Like when there was stuff happening in my neighborhood where they were trying to put up this stupid shelter that was like the worst idea in the world. There were some people online, and you realize you just have to keep these people out of power. They're very dumb. They have terrible ideas. Their ideas will bring about bad outcomes for them and you have to protect the world from them. You have to make sure that they don't get any actual power. But when you see these people coming forward sometimes, it's hilarious. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen this Reddit moderator who's made a video demanding respect. And he, like, everything about this is so fantastic. This guy was the moderator of a very popular subreddit called LSF, which is live stream fails. It chronicles live stream talents across the internet and funny moments.
We have never been on there.
On live stream. No, we've never failed. We're not big enough to be on their radar,
Not
unfortunately.
planning to either.
Actually, we're bigger than a lot of the streamers that do end up on there. So maybe someday.
And our meetups
LSF.
are packed to the gills with weirdos.
But this guy was one of the moderators, and just I want you to get a little peek into the psyche of a Reddit moderator.
And this matters because Reddit moderators have power. They have influence. If you are one of the people who is joking about like internet janitor duties or whatever, I'm sorry to tell you, it's funny jokes, but you are wrong. Reddit moderation does matter. Reddit moderators have control over millions of impressions per day.
This guy, like with the hair and the look, is just so on the nose.
There's a slight purple glow. The microphone is massive and unnecessary.
It almost feels like a Tim and Eric bit. It almost feels like this is somebody pretending to be the nerdy moderator, but he's real.
And nobody seems to notice or care. Let's just talk about LSF. Think of all the streamer careers that have been created because of LSF.
Yeah.
Think about the even larger number of streamer careers that have been destroyed because of LSF, because some clip went viral about
I
like
want to see the
something bad
comments
that they...
as people are watching this.
Shut
up, nerd.
I like his idea of the good LSF giveth and the good LSF taketh away.
We can make you or break you if
They
we want
walk
to.
so you can run.
This guy is the epitome of the people who are in charge on these websites. This guy is probably the same guy who Courtney was like, oh man, they deleted my post from the subreddit Cats with Jobs. I posted our cat, Junkie Cat, and it was Junkie Cat was just sitting she was at the dining room table with her head up at the dining room table. And on the subreddit she's on, where people pretend like their cats have jobs, she was like, she posted and she's like, thank you for coming in for our meeting today. We got to talk about your performance. And it got like a couple thousand upvotes or something. It was very popular. And she goes, oh man, look at it. People really like this post I did. And then it got deleted. And the person said, you didn't specify what kind of job the cat had. And
I mean, rules are rules, Sean.
She's
rules
like,
are
what?
rules.
And I go, oh, this is so adorable. You don't understand how weird and petty and loser-filled these people
It
are.
had major live streamers who were effectively celebrities come to me and beg to kind of remove, negative posts about them. An even crazier story is the time when some Twitch employees found me in person and borderline begged me to make sure LSF is not used to destroy the multi-billion-dollar company Twitch.
Okay.
Partially because at the time, LSF was indeed being used to destroy the multi-billion-dollar company Twitch.
All right, we're getting to the meat and potatoes here, but this is like inside the psyche of a Reddit moderator, just so everybody knows. Keep this with you.
Deservedly so, by the way.
Thank you.
To summarize, Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers, not because they deserve respect or anything, but because they actually have real power and influence.
This is a bit.
I mean, if not for the world, at least over your $50 billion company, maybe if you gave them actual support, it could go from 50 billion to 100 billion. I mean, it certainly deserves to be that high up for how much traffic running.
This is the people who edit Wikipedia, just so you know.
He's going to thrive in HR.
C-Lane's just like, oh, God.
He's going to thrive when it comes to any sort of administrative. He gets to send out a letter weekly and be like that.
What amount of yes men does this guy surround himself with?
Zero.
Because
He is
there's
the
got to
yes
be somebody.
man.
Somebody is telling him yes because
it's other moderators.
He should be told no.
This is HOA energy, right? This is like
without a doubt.
These are the people who populate homeowners associations because they need the littlest inkling of power, the tiniest dribble of power.
But they get things done.
It goes to their heads. This is
treated like
right.
celebrities and influencers.
Please.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to share this with you.
Masturbate in your mom's attic.
Where? Attic.
Sometimes people masturbate in attics if you don't have a basement.
I'm just glad you weren't saying mom's body part because that's where I thought you were headed with that. Real quick, I want to put this on See It Now. check this out. Motorists stranded following a massive 100-plus vehicle pileup in Michigan.
Did you get the okay from the admin to show this?
I do. I have the okay. They've given it to us. Take a look at what the road looked like. All right. Dramatic music can go away. There was a massive pileup on the road in this snowstorm, and it was hundreds of cars that were involved. Completely shut down 196, the road where all this happened, and everything was at full-on gridlock when this occurred. Semis smashing into vehicles.
And the people that are already in the accident are just watching everyone else. Because you can't see, 2 feet in front of you.
Yeah, the visibility is really bad. So it's terrible. I'll put this up on See It Now so you guys can see just how insane this is. And
I like that one of them that was like, well, we're stuck here for a while. I happen to have my drone. Time to get the space bucks.
Might as well, right? Somebody's going to post it online. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Real Radio 104.1. From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Monday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And after another cold start to our day, we're going to be expecting those chilly temperatures to stick around through much of the afternoon as well. Temperatures will only climb and make it to a high of about 58 degrees today in Orlando, which is still well below our average high of 72 degrees. We will be nice and dry, though, with plenty of sunshine. Temperatures do inch their way back into the 70s, though, as we head towards midweek. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Refresh your bathroom with big savings at Lowe's. Create the perfect bathroom with up to 50% off select vanities during Lowe's Bath Savings Event. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
Now that we're getting older.
Hello. Rate the show. 10 out of 10 is a real winner. 1 out of 10 is an absolute loserville. Rate the show out of 10 right now, my little friend.
And design a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free.
Okay.
Save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free.
9 out of 10. Glad your voice is back. Mostly.
15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Have you ever wondered, like, what foods are good for you and what foods are really not good for you? I don't mean like on a grand scale. I mean like for your personal body. That's what Viome does. Yeah, Viome. It's a at-home gut health test that's easy to do, and it comes directly to your Viome app, and you get to see what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. I was surprised. Like, I found out I really shouldn't be eating broccoli, which was good news. Then I also found out, like, I'm not
10 out of 10.
Brussels sprouts, which was bad news. I kind of like them.
8 herpes lips out of 10. Whoa.
Shouldn't eat. And when I went to the doctor, I found out that all my numbers were better than they
8.9 baby face Reddit mod.
Like Brazil nuts and mahi are my superfoods. I didn't know that before. I've been eating more of that, and I've been feeling better, and all my numbers were better when I went to the doctor. If you want to do this, it's easy to do. Just go to this website. Go to Viome.com. It's spelled V as in Victor.
Kush, thank you. Appreciate you.
Viome.com. Stop guessing, start knowing with Viome.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and Allen Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved
$50,000
for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is
Our chatter of the day when we come back, but I have got to go get Today I Learned. Hang tight.
The folks at Talent Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who will provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talent Wealth LLC, an SEC registered Want a beautiful white vinyl fence?
All right.
Couldn't afford it for less than
Chatter of the day. Chatter of the day. Who should it be?
your backyard. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best? Traditional?
Our chatter of the day
Receiving all available tax deductions.
is somebody that I've not seen around here before. Maybe new, maybe not. He's on YouTube. They told him he shouldn't do it, he couldn't do it. They said he wouldn't do it, but he did it anyhow. In the face of their screaming and hollering, he was able to reach the position of Chatter of the Day, Keith 9MC. No, Keith M9C. Keith on YouTube. Our Chatter of the Day. You beautiful, beautiful bastard, you. I knew you could do it. We've got to do everything to wrap up the show right now. And with this, we have to do Rate My Blank because I never even got to that.
Enter Modern Plumbing Industries. From houses to high-rises, these guys are Central Florida's plumbing company. Employee-owned and in business since 1975. Their integrity and workmanship are second to none, and they have some great deals as well. If you mention the Jim Colbert Show, you'll receive $50 off your service call. Book your appointment today at 407-327-6000. Hop online at modernpi.com.
When life gets complicated, you need more than just a lawyer. You need a respected and proven law firm built on results. TK Law. One firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Built on results. TK Law. One firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Check out Chumba Casino's new social slot game. Ryan Seacrest, 10K ways. 10,000 ways to play means 10,000 ways to have more fun. Ryan Seacrest, 10K ways. Only on Chumba Casino.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Now that a new year is here, start 2026 by showing your gratitude. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Celebrating the incredible impact of public school educators. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life who's gone above and beyond for their students to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Teachers give their time, money, and hearts to help students succeed. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Get all the info and nominate a teacher who goes the extra mile today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is the
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. So good to be with you. And I'll continue to tell you, be careful out there. Whatever is making the rounds is still, it's got me down a little bit. I think I'm at about 85%, maybe a little bit more. But duck in cover if you can. And if you can avoid the flu or whatever it is that's making the rounds, it's supposed to be more of a thing that makes you lose your voice and gives you a sore throat and like strep and stuff. It sucks. Not a good time. So if you're out there, make sure the coffin people stay away from you as much as possible. We have not a lot of time left, and we didn't even do Rate My Blank. So I said, rate my winter giddy up. What are you wearing on this cold day? And we do have some entries. This is Swilly, who's out there. Oh, camouflage, buddy. What are you, ice?
I only see eyes.
Watch out here, pal. All right, that's his submission. The Birdman says this is a heated outfit that he has. All right. Hold on. It says this is heated jacket and Sam's Club button down. And the beanie from the Rockies, the only time I've actually ever seen snow in my life.
You're
but
saying
you look good.
heated, but I just see the fluff inside. Or is there like some sort of lithium battery?
Like technology? I don't know. I mean, it seems crazy. There's a lot more of these. We did not get to them today. You can see them. They're all beautiful people. Beach Lover. Beach Lover is all ready to go. She is absolutely bundled up here.
Not a beach.
From head to toe. And this is, this person, Evil Eye, is wearing a Real Radio hooded sweatshirt.
Nice.
Representing the station.
Matching
nice.
myself.
Yeah. And Catman says it sucks working outside in the winter, and he's got his whole getup on, including some pretty significant gloves here.
Hell of a goatee, my guy.
Yeah.
Camouflage. Vote for me.
Camouflage. Swilly, you're the winner, friend. The email of the show. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com.
And these heated jackets are at least like $100, $120.
So
are they?
Like heated in what sense?
They
Fluffy?
have like heating pads in them that are like probably powered by some sort of battery.
That sounds kind of nice. All right, let's do the final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only
Probably. Yeah, you could say, let me fast forward to it. Here we go. Jay Ryan.
Hope you guys are having a great New Year so far.
You too.
So herpes, most people get it as a baby, like oral herpes, because adults who have it or don't know that they have it, they kiss on the babies.
Ew.
That was one of the craziest things I learned in college, is that most people, like a lot of people have herpes, and most of them get it as a baby right off the bat. You didn't even have a fighting chance. Anyways, have a great day, guys.
What the hell?
I did hear this. Yeah, stop kissing babies like that.
That's weird.
Yep.
All right. Let's get the hell out of here.
I think it only transfers if the person has the cold sore, though, right?
I don't know.
Clearly, Sean and I have not been kissed as babies.
I just stand far away from this as best I possibly can. All right, let's do Today Alert.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today Alert.
It is Today Alert for a Monday, January 19th, 2026. Today Alert in this movie.
James Bond.
James Bond is correct. Pierce Brosnan saved Halle Berry's life on the set of 007. She was choking on a fig at the time. What a bad way to go. He performed the Heimlich maneuver after she began choking on the fruit while they were in the middle of filming a love scene on the set of Die Another Day back in 2002. Today I learned nobody knew exactly how old Manute Bol, the famed NBA basketball player, was. In the Dinka language, Manute means special blessing. Manute Bol's exact birth year is unknown. On his birth certificate on immigration forms, it says 1962, but they don't really know exactly what year the guy was born. And
cut his leg off, count the rings.
I guess to this day, they still don't know exactly when Manute Bol was born.
It's crazy. They said he died between the ages of 48 and 64. That is a huge range.
That's massive.
Great skin regimen, though.
Today I learned this band.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's right, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And their producer once set aside $2,000 out of the $5,000 they were given by their record label EMI to make a demo tape. They said, here's $5,000, make it and make it good. 2,000 of it was spent on heroin and cocaine.
Oh,
so
and it was a great album, was it not?
You know what? The budgeting worked on this one. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missing any of the show, get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see